We are half past the hour. Hello, welcome to Escapism. Good to see you all today. At the end of last week, Dan and I had batted about several possibilities for what we could do. But, we're here with something that was unannounced. It's something I thought of as I was waking up. It involves character creation, which Dan likes. It involves choice and consequences, which Dan likes if they don't involve his real life.
Yep, that's true.
This is Alter Ego. I've certainly played through this before. I've outsourced this before to viewer input. It is a judgy game developed by a Dr. Asshole from the 80s, the mid-80s. It recently received some sort of update and was pasted on Steam with that same interface that those choose your own adventure stories on Steam end up having, but we don't need that. We got the DOS version. So here we are. We're going to enter our name. What do you want me to call you? Dan? What do you want to be?
For the first run, yeah, Dan's fine.
Okay. Now we're going to let you select your own personality, because I'm sure that will be the most interesting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes? Thank you. I will probably try to answer these questions honestly.
For the first round, true.
Oh my god, the game is super loud. We need to... I think we're just gonna open up the volume mixer here, because I don't need to hear beeps that loud, and take that down to there. Yeah. I'm likely to speak whatever comes to mind, true?
True.
I'm a light sleeper who stirs at even the slightest sound.
Balls, fuck you.
Revenge is sweet.
It sure is.
I often feel slow, tired, and down in the dumps.
You goddamn right I do.
An important part of every job is knowing whom to impress.
True.
I'm fascinated by car accidents and other disaster scenes.
False.
The people who know me best like me as a person.
Oh. Probably not. No, they do. They love me. I'm great. True. True. I have self-esteem. Fuck you.
I am extremely sensitive to criticism.
Take it back. True.
I get nervous performing in front of people even when the task is something I know by heart.
False. I'm okay.
The people around me seem happier than I do.
False.
I often get the urge to touch walls on which wet paint signs are hung.
Sometimes. Yeah, a little bit. Rebel.
But is that often? Is that true or false?
Well, how many times is often?
It's relative, depends.
More than 5 times a day?
I don't know. Doesn't provide it. It's however you interpret it.
True.
When I am ill, I become short-tempered and snap at people.
Yeah, true.
On important matters, I usually follow my parents' advice even when I disagree with it.
False!
It is possible that we live in a world where people can watch our every move.
It is true. They're watching us New World Order and whatnot.
When I am in a quiet place, I get the urge to scream.
Even when I'm in a loud place, I get the urge to scream. True.
It's okay to tell a white lie if it's guaranteed to bring great personal gain.
False.
I might have to turn Dan up for these quiet bits where he's not excited.
False.
I'm turning Dan up.
False.
Dan's being turned up. Dan was turned up and now he'll deafen us. It'll be great. Oh, shit. So false. Is that what you said?
False. Yes, false.
It is often pointless to try to discuss problems with other people.
False.
I am easily embarrassed.
Bitch, I'm ginger. False.
Children should be seen and not heard.
So fucking true.
I find it difficult to break the ice in conversations with people I barely know.
Nope, that's false.
My parents were strict disciplinarians.
Well, they tried. False.
You can usually judge a person by first impressions.
False.
One way of getting
conviction.
people to treat you fairly is to take an aggressive stance and make them win you over.
That, yeah, if I was taller, maybe, but false.
I think that questions like this are stupid and meaningless.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
True.
Little bit, true.
Please select the stage of life at which you would like to begin. Birth and infancy. I'll pick that for you.
Yeah, that sounds.
Welcome to birth and infancy. Every man is the architect of his own fortune. Baby. You are in a warm, dark, comfortable place. This has been your place since you became aware that you are alive. It's almost time to enter a different world now, Dan.
Let's stay a little bit longer. I like bad.
Okay, you certainly can't be blamed for wanting to stay someplace safe and warm. Besides, you are learning early the social merits of being fashionably late.
Yeah, I am.
Now what?
Yeah, okay. And then... Now, we've had enough. So we'll come out peacefully, yawning. We're all good.
What a good sport. Are you sure you're ready for this? It can get pretty hectic out there. I'll give you one more chance to try and stay a while longer. Would you like to?
If you're gonna give me a chance to stay in bed, then sure.
I know it's a little bit early to say that you are too easily influenced by others' opinions, but after getting up the nerve to be so courageous, why back out, or back in this case, just because of me?
Wait, who are you again?
The doctor who wrote this game. The narrator.
I feel like I'm going to be having a confrontational relationship with this narrator.
That's true.
Well, now I'm going to come out fighting because fuck everybody.
Yes, I can certainly understand how troublesome it can seem to be evicted unexpectedly. You have every right to feel angry. You're getting a little too big to be carried around in your mom's belly. Those backaches were really starting to get on her nerves. Besides, your dad had to suffer through a lot for the past couple of months. It wasn't exactly Mr. Sunshine either. Get ready to be born in a flurry of waving arms, screams, and a slap on the bottom. Happy birthday and welcome to the world. From now on, life will begin to change rapidly. You'll have to learn to accept responsibility, build up your resources, and manage yourself physically and emotionally. The events that transpire over the course of the next few days include your rich Aunt Martha placed a $500 bond in trust for you. You are the most beautiful baby in the maternity ward and everyone takes your picture. Your father buys you a baseball bat and glove for you to use in a year or so when you get older. Okay. So we have all kinds of cards with events. We can cycle all the way up here to see. But we will not do such a thing. We'll be down here at the bottom of the tree.
Okay. Is that like social? What do they do?
Yeah, each card focuses on a different sort of thing. You can probably figure that out by looking at the cards.
Okay.
I press escape. We can take a look at you, your 2 months. You have some statistics, familial, intellectual, physical, social, and vocational. And you have a wide variety of other statistics as well. Your calmness and confidence and expressiveness and gentleness and happiness and thoughtfulness and trustworthiness. You also have some money. Good for you.
Yay, money.
You might have more money at 2 months old.
Well,
that it does have to be transferred into pounds. Alright, let's begin.
Okay, the mind one on the right.
The mind. Lying on your stomach in the crib, you noticed an interesting object an arm's distance away. There's a round shape at the top and a ring on the bottom.
I am neutral to this.
Okay, and your action?
And I grasp for it.
How could these two choices possibly go together? I'll let you go back and try a more sensible set of responses for now, but let me warn you. Choosing responses without thinking about them first might be interpreted as a sign of poor judgment. People who have poor judgment usually wind up having very difficult lives. Please try again. lying on your crib and on your stomach. Like, the game's like, how can you just be neutral towards it and then grasp for it? How dare you?
Because I'm being nonchalant.
Yeah, the game doesn't. The game, Doctor Asshole doesn't understand that. Nonchalance.
Okay, fine. Well, he's making me frustrated and angry.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna just anger, frustration, and cry, please.
Your
Act out.
cries solicit help from your mother, who comes in and holds the rattle up and shakes it. She moves the rattle closer to you. What do you want to do with it? I hear you, Zerfall.
Shake it real good.
All of that trouble for a couple of silly noises. You turn toward your mother, but she is already out of the room, tending to something else.
Go to sleep. That's enough for one day.
A wise choice. You doze off peacefully and will wake up in a much better mood.
Will I? Shitty narrator. Heart, please.
I feel like this will be a great way for you to project your frustration towards me. You don't have very many skills yet. As a matter of fact, life is pretty boring.
Good. I'm quiet. I'm observant.
You look around and see a large blur about 11 inches from your eye. Every once in a while it moves. Hey, wait a minute, just as you had that thought, it moved again.
Keep looking at it.
Congratulations, you've found your hand. This may not seem like much of a big discovery, but it is. You'll have to learn how to control your hands as part of childhood development. When you are an adolescent, those hands are going to get you into quite a bit of trouble, because that requires a different kind of hand control.
Gross. Okay. Can you go up?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the next heart.
You are lying on the floor of a big room, on a soft, furry blanket. You're on your back, staring at shadows that sometimes creep across the ceiling. Every so often, Mom or Dad passes by and makes a funny face. Your hands grope in all directions, and your feet pat the floor gently, almost out of your control.
I'm happy, and I'm making oh shit with my mouth.
You pucker your cheeks in and out, and take short, quick breaths. The skin on your face feels alternately tight and loose. A person walks by and twirls their fingers at you.
Move your face back and forth. Move your face back and forth.
Your first smile, an important event. Your parents stand over you mesmerized as you practice your new skill.
So talented. Now, we're being a real antisocial recluse as a baby. Move on up.
You are lying down in the crib while your mom and dad are speaking in the other room. You hear their voices deep and muffled from beyond the door. Why aren't they paying attention to you?
Because they're obviously getting a divorce. But I'm happy. Okay. And I make some noise.
Positive, happy noises are sure to bring rewards in the form of attention from parents. You make a variety of noises using your mouth, lips, and saliva. You make them over and over again. La 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 la. Suddenly your mom comes in.
Mommy! Be quiet and attentive. Right.
Your mom lifts you up and gives you your feeding. Her comforting satisfies you emotionally.
Yay, I'm emotionally satisfied. And now that I've got what I want from her, I stay quiet.
You have missed a good opportunity to develop speech and language skills.
What?
Some language experts believe language skills develop when parents begin to reward random sounds, by giving attention. Others believe that language skills are the products of the development of inborn structures. You do not suffer terribly as a result of your choice to be quiet. You will find out later that keeping your mouth shut could be much better than talking too much.
Okay, now you're educating me. That wasn't part of the deal. Grimith, is this game educational?
It is.
Did I just lay in something?
The game is presented through the lens of Dr. Asshole.
Well,
take that for what it's worth.
Name because he is an asshole.
It's not.
He's
Doctor's
a giant
actual name.
asshole.
Where are we going from here? Up here we have this stuff.
Please.
Okay. You have just awakened from a nice long nap. Your mom comes in the room and wants to hold you.
Oh, now you want me?
She just held you last time. Like, what the hell? Sassy,
uh,
baby.
but today I am still sleepy, and I just give her a bit of a smile.
It's a dog's life, isn't it? Nothing to do all day except eat, sleep, and wonder what life will be like when you're older. Does life really change after 2? Mom is coming closer!
um,
Attend to her.
why is she being so needy? Ugh, fine. See what she wants. She'll have to buy me an Xbox or something
Very
in the next
good.
few
Eye
days.
contact with your caretakers is very reinforcing to them. Parents often mistakenly think that it is the children who need all the attention. Believe me, parents want it too. Your eye contact with her makes her smile. Social and emotional spheres are increasing.
Good for us. Smile back.
Smiling makes your mom feel especially loving towards you. She brings your face close to her face, your face is touched.
Gross.
It's your
Move your
mom,
mouth.
dude.
Move my mouth.
You just gave your
Tell
first
her this is-
kiss. Nom 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 nom
Oh,
nom nom. This may not seem
yum,
like a
yum,
very big deal to you, but it's very important for your mother. The bad part is now you will have to repeat this act until your entire family becomes aware of your new talent. You can avoid kissing overly affectionate relatives by dribbling on them at just the right moment.
Noted. What's the battery? Is it a battery?
Almost looks like some heraldry, yeah?
Or is that? Oh, that might be muscles. That guy in a shower? Hygiene, maybe?
Well, let's find out. It's time to go to Aunt Lucy's house. It's chilly outside and you need to be dressed in a coverall type suit.
Wait, which was the aunt that gave me money?
Might be this aunt, might not be this aunt. It doesn't say.
Okay, well, let's make a good one. I'm go limp. Just play dead.
Playful and go limp.
Yep.
This is one of your favorite games. Mommy knows how uncomfortable the suit is and tries to distract you by making faces and singing the Go Bye Bye song. Parents are always singing because they know that music will often soothe the savage child. This makes you laugh, which in turn causes even greater difficulties to your mom. It becomes a vicious cycle until Grandma intervenes. What happens when Grandma tries to help you?
Get into the suit.
What excellent judgment. You have succeeded in having some fun, albeit at someone else's expense, in a somewhat uncomfortable situation. Using humor to deal with uncomfortable situations is a very healthy response. You gain socially, emotionally, and intellectually.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the middle one.
You are quietly playing with your father's brand new electronic calculator. Look, the back of it lifts off very easily.
Oh. Inquisitive, but look, but don't touch.
Your self-control is quite remarkable. Look at all those tiny little plugs and circuits. They pop out very easily. Want to go back and try again? Remember what this asshole said to you whenever you were ready to get out of the womb?
No.
So-
I will.
Such a good boy. You'll have plenty of time to fiddle around with things as you get older.
Restraint. It's a skill. See? It's a skill I don't have in real life. Next one over.
Alright. You're exploring the playpen and are feeling very lively. Like a prize fighter, you grab hold of the playpen bars and shake back and forth, flexing your knees.
Determined and take some steps.
You are showing early signs of confidence mixed with just the right amount of risk-taking. Even the most confident sorts meets with an occasional flop, which is literally what you do. You pick yourself up for a second try and have limited success. 2 small steps for baby, 1 giant step for leap for baby kind.
Up. No.
Mom and Dad are entertaining some friends, and you are minding your own business sitting quietly in a corner of the room. Suddenly, a man with a big nose and a shiny head puts his face right up to yours and says something in a loud voice.
Terror. Oh, and hit the man in the nose.
Bam! You give him a right to the schnoz, which feels rough and oily. You are terrified and he thinks you are playing with him. Fortunately, your dad spots him and ushers him back to bother people closer to his own age.
Don't like. To the side.
You are sitting in your high chair eating your lunch, which consists of crackers, strained peas, and a mug of milk. You are just learning how to eat with utensils.
Well, we must pick up the super duck. But I'm angry at the super duck.
Alright. Angry, pick up the plastic up. You are in a bad mood. You are disturbed right in the middle of an exciting game of blocks. Super Duck would understand. You hold the plastic mug high over your head. It is full of milk. Mother says, put the mug down on the table before you spill it.
I say, fuck you, mother. Oh. I say no. First words, people. No.
Mother says, don't you tell me no, young man. I am your mother. You don't really understand what she is saying, so you say...
No!
You are put into your room and told not to come out until you can behave yourself.
I got a room now? How old am I?
You are 1 year old in a month.
Oh, damn, I got my own room. Moving up in the world. No debt as well. Good to know.
No debt.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
While being taken to the park, your dad meets an old college buddy who is wheeling a baby about your age. As the two dads talk, you casually begin to eye the baby in the other carriage.
Hello, baby. I'm curious. And I put my finger near the other baby's face.
A baby! You wonder if it has all the same parts as you.
Touch the baby's face.
You poke the other baby right in the eye. He starts to cry. Your father is slightly embarrassed. The other dad is worried that his little baby is not macho enough to take a little poke.
We've done the damage. Leave the baby alone.
What? Why waste your time being nice to an overly sensitive baby? You could have tried a little harder to be nice to him, but it wouldn't have been worth it.
Okay, the heart.
Up until this point in your life, Weasley Wabbit, your stuffed toy, has been one of your best friends. You take him everywhere with you, but he's beginning to get on in years. One of his ears is torn off, and a recent eye injury has made his face look a little lopsided. It is suggested that Weasley should be retired. You wake up one day to discover Weasley has been moved from the place where you last spotted him.
Murder everybody. I'm suspicious. And I start asking very important questions.
Interrogate.
I become Detective Dan for a little while.
Right.
I get a little.
You confront. Filter, like a noir filter, gets put on. You like light up like a cigarette, like put it in the corner of your
got a bunch
mouth.
of candy cigarettes where you pop it out, you pretend you smoke it, and then you eat the whole
Oh, candy cigarettes. You confront Mom with the fact that Weasley was not in the spot where he was last deposited. She claims to not have seen him either. You are...
She? I don't believe you, she. I'm
not satisfied. Wisely, you persist. This time she tells you that Weasley left because he wanted to be with friends who were more like him. She tells you that next week you will have a new visitor, a brand new friend who will be just as nice as Weasley. You are...
not satisfied. I'm
Bravo!
running out of candied cigarettes.
Don't fall for that line of bull. Parents are great at fabricating stories like this when they make mistakes. You will not get your Weasley Wabbit back. Your intelligence and perseverance in this situation make it harder for your parents to tell you made-up stories to cover their mistakes.
I will forever always remember this, mother.
How you have wronged me. And then tried to lie about it.
The bowels. Go get check up.
Okay. You are alone in the kitchen and begin exploring the closets and refrigerator.
Why have I been left alone in the front room? I'm adventurous. And I move towards the refrigerator.
You wonder if you are strong enough to open the refrigerator. You pull on the long handles and the door swings open, hitting you in the head. This produces a nasty swelling.
Ow. Ignore the pain and continue exploring.
Ouch. It really hurts, but look at all the smooth jars and shiny bottles. There's several delicious looking things within reach on the bottom shelf. A full can of whipped cream, a jar of red cherries, a jar of mayonnaise, and a bottle of red hot chili sauce. Which one would you like to taste?
Oh. I'm continuing to. You, oh. The baby stands in just like a deer in headlights in the light of the fridge.
Choice paralysis.
Like, oh, can we make a quick save? And so we could reload here if
No, we cannot.
He's not wrong. I have vivid memories of a farm filled with passive aggression. Get the mayonnaise.
The jar is brand
it's
new.
The worst choice.
The jar is brand new and you cannot open it. Instead, you take some other jars out of the refrigerator and use the heavy jar of mayonnaise as a bowling ball. Crash, a strike, smack, it's your mom to your room for the rest of the day for making a mess.
Mandate mayonnaise. The whole family. Could be not bad.
Family experience, yes.
Now with child's safety on the give me the brain.
Yeah. You are touching something smooth and shiny. You pat it with your hand a few times.
I'm confused. I keep touching it.
It is flat and a little cool. Wait a minute, there's a baby in there. Who is that baby?
Is it me?
That's right, you are looking at yourself in a mirror. Isn't that a beautiful baby?
No. Yes. Oh no. Maybe.
You really are quite stunning. You're developing a positive self-image.
Yay.
Heart?
Yay. Yes, please.
It is announced to you during a heart-to-heart talk that it is time for you to give up the bottle and drink from a glass like a big boy.
I'm going to assume I have a special sippy cup. I'm very
it was your super duck specific.
You will not take this away. You will not take this away like you did my wabbit. So I'm angry and stubborn, and I resist and refuse.
How are you going to show your resistance? Oh my god!
Okay. Can you either show a force or
Devil's advocate, throwing the bottle means that you're giving up the bottle, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm giving in if I throw the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Throw the bottle at her.
You must really be furious. That bottle is more than just a casual drinking buddy. It is a constant companion. It has been a source of comfort and a weapon against adversaries. You've come to think of it as an extension of yourself. Mom doesn't understand this at all, and you get whacked for being disrespectful.
Yeah. We will learn to live with it. Let's not start sucking our thumb. Let's not go down that road.
It will be tough for a while. You're turned to Super Duck for comfort. Believe me, cold turkey is the best way to do it. Good luck.
And
up here we have this. What do you mean the middle one?
Keep going up.
Okay, keep going up.
That one, yeah.
You're in a large department store waiting in line, and there is an extremely well-endowed woman standing in front of you. She smiles. It looks like she may be an interesting person to talk to.
Don't want to talk to strangers. But
I mean, she's extremely well endowed.
She is, which means she's got food. Um,
There's your new sippy cup right there.
I'm in the market for a new drinking utensil.
A new bottle. Which question would you like to ask her?
Do you have a husband? Do you have a doggy? Marissa, Daddy had a fake skull. Do you? I tried very hard to pinch a penny like, and you know, but I couldn't do it. Sure, let's just hit on her. Do you have a husband?
She tells you that she does have a husband.
Oh,
That's it.
well, well, we could have made friends. Skip the heart and keep going. Go.
Skip it. What the fuck? All right.
I don't know. I don't know the significance of them. So,
All right. So we're gonna go up to here.
yeah,
Daddy says it's time to go to bed.
fuck you, cranky, mad, and I don't want to go to bed.
You fold your hands across your chest and look him straight in the eye. He laughs at you and begins to pick you up. You say,
Very well.
okay. Good night, Dad says. I love you.
One day I will overpower him.
I will not go to bed. And he picks you up. Fine. Next time, Dad.
The next one, right there, to the right. Sorry.
Okay. It's Saturday morning and Dad asks you to help with some chores. The Super Duck cartoon hour has just begun. Son, don't make me pick you up again.
I'll be helpful, and I want to watch the cartoons, please. I'm gonna try and pose a question.
You have made an inappropriate response.
Oh, well, I was gonna try and don't have a good persuasion skill apparently. Fine. Can I passively tell him I want to just stay with the cartoons?
You're already under the trance of the TV set. Dad tries to encourage you away from the TV. Does it work? You can watch cartoons after you... No, that doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. You're becoming a TV addict at a very young age. Before you know it, you'll be staying up late watching old Odd Couple reruns. Okay, chat. We're gonna hold an impromptu poll here. Do you know The Odd Couple is? Have you ever seen an episode of The Odd Couple?
I'm about to say, what's the modern day equivalent of that? Is like
the modern day equivalent of it was the Democratic primary debate between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders this past Sunday. Grumpy old men.
They are quite grumpy.
All right. Where are we off to now?
The one you're on.
Okay. You are in a sandbox playing with your favorite toy. A larger, stronger child pulls it away from you and screams, "Mine!"
I'm angry. Get it back.
The child seems much stronger than you. He puts 3 fingers in your mouth and tries to push you away. He's holding the metal toy above your head.
Kick him in the balls. Bite him.
Crash! The metal toy comes down right on your head. Crash again, crash again! You're beginning to feel dizzy. You cry out, crash, crash! He finally stops, but your head and face are covered with blood.
Holy shit, he beat me up.
His mother takes him away before either one of your parents can tell what happened. He was a problem child with very aggressive tendencies. He has done this to other children, too. You were treated unfairly.
Bench. Mine. Continue. Our heart.
Time to feed the fish! You pinch a small amount of fish food between your fingers and tap on the glass. There is no sign of Gabriella.
I'm unaffected.
Do nothing. I guess you're not ready to understand about death yet. The Gabriella has gone away.
I'm still in shock from the child beating me with my own Grimlock toy. I've
Yes.
it was a Grimlock toy. He beat me with my Grimlock. Grimlock is king. Yeah, he betrayed me.
Little children and adults often hide their feelings by remaining aloof and unaffected on the outside. You'll begin to miss the ritual of feeding and caring for this pet. Eventually, you'll understand the pain of separation.
And first one.
Okay. You are in the backseat of the car during a very long ride.
I'm tired. And I ask a few questions.
You can ask the following questions.
I'm gonna have my D&D character take over. When do we eat?
Mom says in a little while.
Go to sleep.
You fall into a deep sleep and get carried out of the car by Dad. Your mouth feels dry and you are very groggy. You are smart not to make a pain in the neck out of yourself.
I'm a smart boy. Okay.
Time for the x-ray again?
Yeah.
You are eating at the house of one of your parents' friends. You were told by your mother to be on your best behavior. Something that you ate has disagreed with you, and now you feel very sick. So, you're queasy no matter what. Now, what do you do?
Okay. Call Mom?
Mom puts you off for a bit. You can't say you didn't try to warn her. Your stomach rumbles. Blech. You throw up all over everything. Mom is angry at herself and embarrassed.
Should be. I tried to warn you.
Yep, you tried to warn Mom.
I tried to warn you. Too busy doing shitty parenting. 2 years old. All I know is that you've betrayed me with my wabbit.
Your physical took a hit from getting your face smashed in.
Yeah.
You are also not that gentle.
I'm pretty. We're pretty blunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on.
The first one. Yeah.
You're still not completely familiar with using the toilet. It's still quite fascinating to you. You've just finished and you have cleaned yourself like a big boy. Everything go down the hole.
Yep. You know what? I am content. I leave the bathroom.
You have resisted a strong temptation. You deserve a cookie. There is some on the table over there. Would you like to take one?
Leave them alone. I'm on to you.
Boy, you are a hard one to fool. You seem to be growing up to be a real goody two-shoes. We'll see how good you are at remaining this way when someone offers you your first drink of alcohol when you are still underage.
Left.
Today is Dad's birthday, and you would like to make him breakfast.
Oh no. Extravagance. Cereal.
You pour out a bowl of cereal, it keeps coming and coming. Hey, there's a toy in there. You put some milk on it. Oops. Some of it spills on the floor. You take it into Dad. You'll have to wake him up. How do you want to wake him?
I open his eyes with my finger.
Daddy wakes up making doggy noises. Sorry, Snarker. You show him the cereal, he runs into the bathroom to wash up. At least you think he wants to wash up.
You know what? All this game is making me think that kids should definitely not be in school. They seem to touch everything.
You don't remember touching everything as a kid? I sure touched it.
I'm still touching it now. I'm still a baby now. The shower.
Okay. Dad must get his teeth fixed, and you must go with him to the dentist. Mom was busy at work, and Dad couldn't find a sitter. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long... Damn it, Dad. For a very, very long time. Dad must run out and put money in the parking meter. Dad sits you on the floor, gives you a magazine to leaf through, and tells you to behave.
Uh-huh. I'm patient, and I remove my shoes.
Apparently, that's not okay. Do you want to be mischievous and remove your shoes?
I guess. I just want to get comfy.
Now you're feeling a bit more comfortable. A nosy lady spies you from the corner of her eye. What's she looking at? Your sock is crooked.
Remove the sock.
Funny thing about socks, the way they stretch all the way out before they snap off your feet. You decide to take both of them off. The lady looks at you again. Where's Dad?
climb up on the chair and look out.
Dad is on his way back in. He sees you with no socks and shoes on and feels embarrassed. The busybody lady gives him a full report.
Bitch. Walk over and... Oh. Ignore her. She might be beat me with my own toy.
Good choice. Nothing can get on a grown-up person's nerves like a bratty kid who won't be controlled by scowls and ugly faces. Now what do you want to do?
Visit the nurse?
The nurse is too busy to pay attention to you, even though you work up the courage to go right near her.
Fine, just go back, sit down, and shut up.
What a well-behaved boy. You amuse yourself by looking through the magazines. What's this? A lady with no clothes on? Dad will never believe this. How silly.
Straight up.
A group of your parents' closest friends have come over for dinner. You are fed early and put upstairs to entertain yourself.
I'm having a really bad week. I'm depressed, and I'm going to try and sneak downstairs.
Don't take it personally. Parents are entitled to have some fun too. Besides, there's a whole party down there to explore. Go to it.
Keep sneaking. Roll that stealth.
You look around the bend and spy a table full of cookies that your mother has baked for all the guests. What nerve.
Where are my fucking cookies? Ask my mother for a cookie in front of all their friends. Guilt her. Make a scene.
Intellectual sphere takes a giant leap. How can she refuse without looking like an ogre? You savor the spoils of victory.
Manipulation!
She'll beat that cookie out of you after the party. It is the middle of the day. It was either that or...
It was either that or just keep reminding of the time that she betrayed me of my wobby.
Yeah. It is the middle of the day, and you get that heavy feeling in your stomach. You think it might be time to go to the potty. Your mother is not in the immediate vicinity.
I'm concerned, and I try and get to the bathroom.
You run toward the bathroom, taking little steps, holding both hands at your rear end. You are determined. You reach the bathroom door, and reach up to turn the knob. Your small fingers slide around the shiny chrome knob several times. It is difficult to get a good grip.
Oh no. Keep trying.
You finally grasp the knot and enter the bathroom. The toilet bowl looms up at you like a huge porcelain boat.
Lift up the lid?
You really have your priorities in order. I can see you securing an upper management position in a large company at a very young age. The lid flips up without a problem. You deftly remove your pants, underwear, and socks in one smooth motion. You climb up on the bowl and get your business done with.
I pooped. Mom,
I pooped. Behold.
Flushed a bowl. It's fine.
You're becoming the type who is quietly satisfied with his accomplishments and does not need the approval of others. This is fine as long as you are independently wealthy. In life, reward often requires recognition, and recognition is often the product of good advertising. Keep this in mind. Really strikes home, doesn't it, Dan?
Wow, fuck.
Games,
stop teaching me stuff.
Games telling you corporate gen needs to come down. Here's what we got up ahead.
How old am I now?
You are 2 years and 8 months.
Okay. That one.
Okay. You are in a large department store with your mother and her friend. It is so crowded that all you can see is a forest of tall, grown-up legs. Your mother lets go of you so that she can feel the material of a dress she wants to buy. Everything is buzzing. Look! The toy department.
Adventurous. Take steps towards the toys.
This is a very impulsive set of choices. Your desire to explore your surroundings is a sign of intelligence, but this intelligence is not tempered with a desire for keeping yourself safe. As a result, you get separated from your mother and are lost.
Oh no. Stay in one spot. I panic.
A man in a blue uniform finds you and reunites you with your mother. You are greatly relieved that your mother would not leave you someplace and forget about you. Behave yourself for the rest of the day as a gesture of thanks.
Good stuff. Up.
You walk into your bedroom about to go to sleep. The dark shapes stare at you from every corner of the room. Headlights cast eerie shadows on the walls. You have heard that the toad monster sneaks into little boys' rooms and hides under the bed. You can almost hear him breathing now. Just like the story said.
I'm frightened and I go into the.
Hiding under the covers, all sounds are magnified. Your breathing sounds like the waves of the ocean. Your heart is pounding fast. You imagine that the toad monster is sitting up on your bed, just waiting for you to peek up so that he can bite you in the face.
Oh no. Stand under the covers.
You stay under the covers and accept the fact that this might be your last night on Earth. The toad monster will eat you all up right after you close your eyes. You are tired and feel yourself sinking in sleep. Your dreams tonight you will meet the toad monster and fry him with your X-ray vision.
Damn right. Yeah, up.
You are playing outside on a warm, sunny day.
I'm carefree, and I'm playing with trucks.
One of your favorite games is to throw the trucks up in the air so that they crash into one another. One lands on top of you and scratches your forehead and begins to bleed. You want to go to for help, not the head again.
Oh god, I got a mommy.
You think that mom is more tender than dad. She washes the cut carefully and doesn't mind that you cry a little when it stings. Since your tetanus shots are all up to date, a bandage is all that's required to fix you up.
Nice. Carry on.
Mom and Dad have taken the family to the beach. Dad has fallen asleep on the blanket, and Mom is body surfing on the waves. You are playing with a bucket and shovel.
Creative, and I begin mixing mud and water.
The mixing is best accomplished when done by hand. You imagine that you are a world-famous chef. First course will be mud soup. This will be followed by mud burgers. For dessert, mud pies. After you are finished, you...
walk over to Dad.
Dad is still sleeping, but looks like he might be the perfect dinner guest. You ask him if he would like to try the mud soup.
Make him believe you are feeding him the mud soup.
You occupy yourself for several minutes, make-believing that Dad is eating the mud soup. Then you realize the mud burgers and the mud pies are still not eaten. You fix Dad a nice juicy mud burger. Perhaps he wouldn't notice it. You'd put a very small amount of your finger on and put it on his lips.
No, stop spreading the coronavirus. Get tired and go play somewhere else.
Chicken, don't you know most kids your age can get away with murder? Just think of how much fun it would have been to feed Dad the mud burger. On the other hand, you won't have that to remember when you ask to borrow the car later in life.
He won't let me have a car.
You have just passed through infancy. Brief look at your life up to this time shows the following. Your family life has been positive and nurturant. As a result, you have begun to form the critical bonds that are important during this phase of life. Physically, you have been not a very healthy baby. Socially, during this phase in life, nothing much is really expected of you. After all, you're still too young to throw a successful cocktail party, and frankly, anyone who still dribbles on himself probably wouldn't make the ideal dinner guest. However, by now, there are some things you should have mastered. Your progress in this area shows you have been the type of child who charms the lollipops off people. You've been the type of child who's huggable and gets his cheeks pinched by old ladies with bright red lipstick. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, you're not exactly the type of child who'd be trusted to wash his hands before coming to the dinner table. If there is a piece of cake sitting in the refrigerator at noon, chances are it will be in your tummy by dinner.
God damn right.
Your thoughtfulness characteristic really doesn't count for much of this module. Most children often find themselves at the mercy of their whims and impulses. You are allowed to be cranky now. People will tolerate it much better than when you are a teenager. Then your whining and carrying on will seem more objectionable. One thing about your character that has a tendency to put people off is your aggressiveness. You're the type of baby who likes to pull on loose pieces of clothing, hair, and any bulbous, fleshy object that comes within your reach. You're going to have to learn the meaning of make nice. That wraps up your status for the first module. Hope you like yourself. Now, you can always try to improve yourself in the modules to come. There's plenty of time. Like in childhood. Practice yourself, for heaven's sake, in little things, and thence proceed to greater.
I made it. I'm a good baby-ish with slight anger problems.
Gonna take this time to hydrate.
Yep. A lot of voice acting for you today, or a lot of narrating. Give me a second as well while I grab this.
Ah. How's it going, chat? What are you up to today? Oh, I use this time to stretch my legs. Reading the little instruction manual here.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. How's your voice?
I mean, it's here. Flemmy. Free Flemmy. Can't do your driving test. The DMV is closed. Motherfuckers. You've studied so hard. I'm just looking at the manual right now. To familiarize myself with how this asshole game portrayed itself. I was also looking for some hotkeys on how to do things. Chart on page 1. Okay, yeah. Load. There. Quickly move. Spacebar. Just those keys. Roll. Escape. Escape. No, no, Kisk. That's how we save the... There we go.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Awesome. Startled me out of my reverie. Thank you for invoking the Wrath of Bob Page. Much obliged. We're going to save.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
When is your next Daggerfall run starting up?
Well, I'm not doing another Daggerfall run. There's going to be a stream that finishes the current run I'm on.
Okay, that's the one. Okay.
I don't know when that is. Why?
Just wondering. I always quite enjoy.
I know what you're
looking
trying
at
to
the
do.
poll
It
options you put
won't
up.
work.
Basically, I'm learning to Discord by watching you. I learned from watching you.
You learn about Daggerfall by watching me.
Well, Daggerfall-ish, but good ways of doing polls in Discord with like the little reacts and stuff. Pretty
Huh.
smart.
I mean, it's just one way to go about doing things, sure. No,
It's pretty smart.
you wanna let me show you something here before we hop into this. I'm going to show Dan a Twitch poll overlay. You won't be able to see that unless you're actually looking at the stream, because it's not like that's going to pop up on the Discord overlay.
Oh, I can see. Oh. Oh, damn. All right.
Yep, Twitch doesn't have the built-in poll function like Hitbox Splashcast, whose poll function I really enjoyed, and obviously the Mixer has one that is serviceable. But there are a number of extensions or other things that you can use for polling.
Noted.
That's right.
What's that one called?
That is Pollmape. I'll link you to it.
Thank you.
Like so. Pretty convenient to use. Ta-da! Alright. All those alerts from Bob Page were pretty loud. I am appreciative of all of you folks continuing to throw money down the fucking memory hole. The reason why they're loud for me is because I had to turn Dan up super high. I have him at 200% right now. And he's still kind of
My
quiet.
audio is here. It's so inconsistent. It's the pop filter. Surely.
You can't blame the fucking pop filter for making you quiet. That's not how a pop filter works. It's not what it does.
I'm gonna blame it anyway. And that card.
Maybe if you could not fuck your audio.
But fucking with audio is what I do. I don't even fuck with it. It's just different every week.
Yeah, that is troublesome.
It sure is.
Mom has just taken a job that requires her to be away in the morning and early afternoon. She decides to enroll you in a nursery school program. Upon your arrival, you are greeted by another lady with very skinny legs and large round glasses. There are children playing with buckets of sand, building blocks, and other activities. There's a small boy sitting in a corner with tears streaming from his eyes, a runny nose, and cheeks red from crying.
Okay. I'm excited. Give the lady with the skinny legs a left hook. That's overly aggressive. Just walk over and try and make friends.
Your excitement is a positive sign that you are trying to adapt to this new environment. You realize that your mom will be coming back, so you attempt to make friends. You see a little boy your age playing in the sand with trucks. What would you like to say to him?
Hi.
The little boy ignores you. You are a newcomer to the social order of the nursery school. You are invading his territory. However, your attempts at being sociable show potential. At very young ages, children are more likely to play beside one another than with one another.
Sure. The horse, on the left.
Your mom is in the bathtub taking a nice relaxing bath. You are playing quietly in your room. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. Mom doesn't seem to hear it. Oops.
I'm all grown up, and I'll tell Mom.
You can't be that grown up if you have to rely on Mom to answer the doorbell all the time. This set of choices doesn't make too much sense.
Fine. Right.
You have been invited to sleep over at your best friend's house. This is your first sleepaway experience.
I have mixed feelings. Ask my parents if they'll still be there when I get back. And we'll just,
Your
Home
asking
Alone me.
is an emotionally mature way of resolving the ambivalence you are experiencing. Jokingly, Dad says, "No, we are going off on the space shuttle to spend a weekend on the moon." You can...
I'll go anyway.
This is an unrealistic choice, since children your age usually don't understand the meaning of such jokes. Either you really don't care if they are taking a trip to the moon, or you are super smart for your age. I can see by your status sheet that you are smart enough to know that this is just a joke. Have a good time.
Yeah, thank you. Yay! You didn't tell me it's a stupid choice that time, did you, fuckface? Okay. On the left.
An exciting movie is on television. The whole family is in the living room watching it. You get up to get a drink of water and return to find all of the good seats have been taken.
I am defeated. I say quietly.
When you grow up, you will probably need to take an assertiveness training course. You miss most of the movie, laughing only when everyone else laughs. The dog comes over and sits by your leg. You can
Pet it.
You can always rely on
Jesus.
faithful Goodo to make you feel important and worthwhile. Your mother gets up to answer the phone, and Goodo acquires her chair for you. The two of you can now watch the movie in peace.
Yeah, me and good. Up.
Physical. You arrive at the dentist and discover that you have 4 rather large cavities that need to be filled.
Frightened and screaming horror.
The dentist says, "This won't hurt a bit, stop being such a baby." The drill sounds like an angry insect. There are tubes hanging out of both corners of your mouth. One of them seems to be sucking out that little piece underneath your tongue. The dentist says, "Now that's not too bad, is it?" You reply.
Oh,
The dentist says, "See, I told you." He finishes, and you exit the treatment room. On your way out, you notice the dentist's fish tank.
fishy. Fishy. Yeah, you tap on the fish tank.
Aha! Revenge is sweet, but in this case, very tacky. The next time you come back, you better hope research on dental techniques is greatly improved. Otherwise, get used to eating soft food. I don't know how tapping on the fish tank results in.
I wouldn't call that vengeance.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem
I
like
trust
vengeance
your
to
glass.
me. Yeah,
I'm
I
spreading.
smudged the fish tank.
Yeah, the first day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Your dad has promised that he will fix your bicycle. He's taking a nap, so he's not doing anything. Now seems like a good time to remind him.
Dad's cool, patient and sweet, and tap him on the shoulder.
You tap Dad rapidly on the shoulder and say, "Dad?" Next to his ear, but he doesn't seem to move. You can...
Get Mom.
You try to enlist Mom's help, but she recommends that you let Dad have his little nap.
Another betrayal, Mother. Leave him alone.
Dad isn't feeling too energetic right now, but when he wakes up, he fixes your bike.
Oh, alright. That's not too bad. I got fixed.
Yeah, he got tired after his trip to the moon.
Yeah, to the right.
To the right. One of your playmates is the daughter of your mother's friend. Her name is Cindy. One day, while you and Cindy are alone, you become very curious about one another. Cindy suggests that you play a make-believe game of Doctor.
Uh-huh. I'm shy, and she can be the doctor first.
You have made an inappropriate response. You can say
I'm being shy.
Yeah, yeah. Shy, in this case, would be just playing trucks instead. But you can still be bold and tell her that she can be the doctor first.
Sure, bold and tell. Sure.
Cindy seems to be full of good ideas, so why not go with it? She requests that you remove your clothes and lie down on the operating table. You take off your clothes, and Cindy gives you a thorough examination. You think you might be doing something wrong, but it is great fun. When it is your turn to be a doctor, Cindy runs out of the room and tells that you have taken off all of your clothes off.
Betrayal! Okay, science.
Yeah, Zerfall, this... yeah, Zerfall understands. Zerfall's gone through this game before. Zerfall knows. Fucking asshole doctor. While rummaging around the kitchen drawer, you come across a book of matches, Dan.
Curious. There's light one in the kitchen.
You are mesmerized by the spark and flash of the match as you strike it. You let the flame burn down the shaft of the match, then blow it out and light another. The kitchen air soon becomes smoky with a pungent sulfur odor. The smoke alarm rings and sends your mother scurrying to check what's happening. You are grounded for a week.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Could have been worse, could have taken them from a room. To the right. To the right.
You're in school, and the teacher is giving a boring lecture. The boy sitting 2 seats away is rolling up a piece of paper and putting it in his mouth. Using the barrel of his pen, he spits the paper at the blackboard, where it lands with a wet splat. The teacher is furious. She screams, "Who did this?" Everyone in the class is howling until she promises that the person who did this will not come forward. The whole class will get a punishment. You're probably the only person who saw the true culprit.
I ain't no grass. Got mixed feelings. Keep quiet. Ain't my place.
Ambivalence can be a difficult emotion to handle. You probably feel a little anxious, some guilt, and a pinch of self-criticism. What do you do?
Fantasize about it. Just think about doing it.
The teacher catches you daydreaming and sends you out of the room.
Up. Life's hard, man.
At school, all of your friends are talking about a television program that you cannot stay up to watch. A friend asks if you saw it.
I'm embarrassed that I didn't see it.
Someone inquires, "What did you watch instead?"
The Super Duck special.
Someone else says, "That show isn't on till Wednesday. I bet you had to go to bed early." They make fun of you for a little while and refuse to sit on the bus with you later. So much for you being socially adept and capable of manipulating people.
Gee. Well, there wasn't an option to lie.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
Absolutely was an option to lie.
Well, there was, but there was an option that was just like telling, like, the one I chose was, you know, right.
Right it is. You have just been ordered to bed by your parents in the middle of a favorite television show.
Super Duck?
Only on Wednesdays.
Oh, you're right. Is this Wednesday?
Well, today's Tuesday, so maybe not.
I'm desperate, and I will complain about having to go to bed early.
Your mother can appreciate the fact that it is not fair for you to have to go to bed during a favorite television show. Finishes her show of sympathy with, "But sometimes life just isn't fair."
Your sins are mounting up, mother. Up, please.
It's time to sell raffle tickets for the school baseball team again.
I'm motivated. I'll do it alone.
Independence and self-sufficiency are desirable qualities. Your confidence is high. This will affect your social sphere, which will in turn make you a better salesperson. Your first prospect of sale is an elderly gentleman with a pointed chin.
Go for the first one. Give him the full sales speech.
The man has no patience for your long-winded chattering. He closes the door in your face.
Well, fuck you too. To the left.
Your best friend challenges you to a rook through a rock throwing competition.
This is gonna end well. I'm competitive, and I will accept the challenge. We love rock.
After several minutes of rock throwing for distance, your friend keeps beating you. Your friend dares you to throw a rock onto the roof of the apartment building across the street.
For sake. Tell him to do it first.
He has no problem. Now it is your turn.
I quit.
Your friend calls you a chicken.
He's no longer my best friend. He's on the list of enemies. Right. I mean, left.
There is one more ice pop in the freezer that is being saved for another family member. Your mouth waters at the thought of this cool, tasty treat.
I'm able to resist and leave it alone.
That must have been very difficult for you, considering your history of untrustworthy behavior. Your appreciation for others increases your score in trustworthiness, social, and intellectual areas.
Oh.
Up here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your friends are all waiting for you to come out after school. You have a ton of homework and you've been watching television since you came home. On your way out, your mother asks, "Did you do all your homework?"
Honest? No.
Your mother replies, "You're not going out unless you do your homework."
Good, they're not my friends anyway. Stay and do the homework.
Familial and emotional characteristics increase because you are honest. Socially, your score drops slightly because you lose the play experience with your friends.
Fuck those. The little kids are little twits anyway.
But isn't your mom a betrayer too?
They're all. I'm surrounded by betrayers. We need to just get through this stage and get a job and go get our own place. And give me the physical in the middle, please.
Okay. While you are outside, playing alone, a car pulls over to the side of the road and the driver motions for you to come over. You notice the license plate says OBO-237.
I'm suspicious and stay where I am.
He motions for you to come closer. He has a kind enough face. You hear him saying that he is a policeman looking for a friend of yours. He asks if you will get in and help him find your friend.
Absolutely fucking no. Run away!
You move away from the man, suspicious that he might not be telling the truth. This is smart. Intellectual sphere rises sharply. This man hurts children.
Oh, that's not good news. That could have been a bad ending.
It absolutely could have been a bad ending.
Right, please. Get the heart right.
Now, the game does permit you to escape to get out of any of these episodes, including situations that might kill you, but I won't press escape. If he dies, he dies. Great shot, you're the prime suspect. To the right now. Yes. And another thing, too, which I haven't said, but which Zerfall knows, and maybe Dan has observed this by this point, every physical card that has the fucking X-ray is always bad news. Every single fucking one of them. You've just turned off the television. Now. You've just turned off the television set. Your room is pitch dark. Through the shadows, you notice that your closet door is open just a crack. You can almost see the image of a black-hooded axe murderer squinting at you through the door. He is waiting for you to close your eyes and fall asleep.
I've read that story, I don't like it.
Yeah, Zerfall, you can just press escape and get the fuck, like a panic mode. The manual even says so. The quiet of the night, you can hear his hoarse breath making deep gurgling sounds. You look away from the door, then look back. It's open a bit farther than it was the last time. If you can only make it to the closet and shut the door tight, you know he won't be able to get out and murder you in your sleep. The morning light will destroy him, so you won't have to worry about seeing him when you wake up.
I'm afraid, and I'll pull the cover over my head.
This move again. You've convinced yourself that you are a goner. Your heart is pounding through your chest. All of a sudden, the covers rise mysteriously. You scream, "Ah!" It's Trusty Goodo, your dog. He runs out of the room howling. He wants no part of you for the rest of the night. Oh, Goodo, you could have protected me.
Up please, social.
Jill Brady is always untying your shoes and running away. Today she is wearing a skirt. She is bent over picking up a pile of books from the floor.
Mischievous. I seek revenge.
You think of 2 ways that you can get back at stupid Jill. What do you do?
Just lift the skin over her head.
You take a big lead and start running toward her. You lift up her skirt and bring it over her head in one neat motion. She looks like such a jerk. Your friends start teasing her, "Nice panties, Jill." Revenge is sweet, but watch out. She just might have the last laugh by marrying you one day.
Haha. Up in the social in the middle.
The boy who sits next to you in school has just passed you a note, folded in a tight square. He motions you to read it. You look around the room. Mrs. Hennessy, the meanest teacher in the school, has her back to the class. The note says, "What has more crust than the entire surface of the Earth?"
I'm curious, and I want to know what.
You return the note and wait for another response. The note returns and you read what it says. Mrs. Hennessy's underwear.
Giggle.
You can't control your giggling. You get sent down to the principal's office for talking in class and spend the afternoon doing a punishment assignment.
It was worth it. Some joy in life. Down, please.
It's a hot, sunny day. You and a friend are sitting around trying to think of something to do. Dad is sitting in the shade, napping on a chair. You had a great idea. Let's play a practical joke on Dad.
It's not a great idea. Just second thought. Let Dad sleep. He needs to sleep.
You and your friend have even more fun talking about all the things you could do to Dad. Fantasies are much more fun and never wind up by having Dad spank you. When Dad wakes up, he sees you and your friend giggling, and he can't understand why you keep calling him names like old Hotfoot.
Haha. The mine, please.
You are in the candy store, buying candy with a $5 bill given to you by your mother. Your bill comes to 50 cents. The man gives you back change, but no dollars.
I'm confused. And I question the man.
The man tells you that you gave him a $1 bill.
I disagree.
He says, "Come on now, kid, I told you. Now get the bleep out of here."
Get help.
Who do you go to for help?
Mom.
Mom, the betrayer? That's who you're going to? You're going to go all the way back home to tell Mom?
Well, you're a policeman. Right.
You tell the policewoman the story. She inquires about the incident. The store owner says, "Listen, toots. The little brat gave me a 1. This was the wrong thing to say to the policewoman." She makes the man check the cash register. He has $4 more than he should. Immediately performs an audit on him. Policewoman calls the station house and finds out that he's done this 3 times in the last week. 2 weeks later, the store is shut down. It was a front for a numbers racket. The store owner is never heard from again. I wonder why.
He's dead. In jail. Not physical. Let's go to the other side.
Well, the other side just terminates.
Alright, give me the physical.
You need eyeglasses. The first day you wear them in school, everyone calls you Four Eyes. Your parents refuse to get you contact lenses.
Self-conscious, but I'll wear the glasses and deal with the names.
Your social status suggests that you will eventually get the support you need to overcome your self-consciousness from your friends.
Not my friends. Just people I work with. Oh.
I know, Zerfall, like, of all, like, the stupid sort of things, right? Like, over fucking $4. And calling the policewoman toots. Your teacher and your mother have traded recipes for an upcoming bake sale. Question, before today, everyone, when's the last time you heard the word toots?
Oof.
Dan gets punched right there. Again, by that question.
Ow. Here. Stop it. Ow. I'm okay.
Your teacher and your mother have traded recipes for an upcoming bake sale. Before you leave school, your teacher asks if you would be kind enough to run a booth at the bake sale, especially for her. Immediately, your friends begin to snicker behind your back. Authorities, the only people who can help you now. The policewoman didn't betray you.
No, the mother at least feeds me. She may have sold my rabbit, but she at least feeds me. These kids are just dick. Sure, let's just be flattered. And I'll be happy to help you, mother.
Well, it's a teacher, not your mom.
Oh, it's a...
Your friends snicker and call you a brown nose and a teacher's pet. They refuse to eat lunch with you. Your social standing drops considerably.
God damn. kids are bastards. Up.
Who founded the American Federation of Labor?
What?
Now, I can go ahead and give you this answer, if you'd like.
Sure.
It is Samuel Gompers. You are
I'm
correct.
sure I learned that. Yay.
Who was the first vice president of the United States?
Was it John Adams?
Yeah!
Yay.
Who was the first ruler to consolidate the Slavic tribes? I can give you this one too, if you'd like.
Is it Rick?
Yes!
Oh, fuck. What guesses?
Which one of these scientists is credited with the discovery of oxygen?
Oxygen, shit.
I can give you this one as well.
You can, but I will guess first. Is it Davies?
No.
Oh, Shepard?
No.
Priestley?
No, yes.
All right.
Who wrote The Great Gatsby?
Oh shit. Wasn't that Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Yay!
Amazing.
Yay! What's up?
Fact.
Yeah.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Do you wish to continue, Dan?
Sure.
You're
How old
in
am
the
I?
house alone. While you are exploring the drawers, you notice a stack of Playboy magazines underneath a pile of clothing.
Just like the one in the dentist. I'm interested. I examine the magazine.
The middle page folds out to show a woman with dark hair and very large breasts sitting on the edge of a bed and combing her hair. Her legs are apart. What is your reaction to this?
Sure, aroused. Why not?
Imagine if you ever walked into your room and she was sitting like that on your bed. You can...
Leave it alone. We don't want anyone to know I was here.
You sigh and put the magazine back. Why don't any of the girls in your class look like this? Or do they? They're 9 years old.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where are we going? Okay, up.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
just
yeah,
received
$20.
$25 as a present. Your mother tells you that you can either put it in your own piggy bank or give it to her to hold for you.
Piggy bank. Suspicious. Save it myself.
You don't have the self-control to spend it wisely. When you run out of money and ask your mother for more to go to the movie, she says, if you would have given me the money in the first place, you would still have some left for the movies. You'll have to stay home now.
Mother. The heart in the middle.
Heart in the middle. Okay. While walking around the store with your friend, you notice that he sneaks a small item to his pocket. You ask him what he's doing, he tells you how easy it is to shoplift, saying they never check kids.
I'm honest, and I refuse to stay with him.
You get angry with him for jeopardizing you by stealing. Unfortunately, you haven't noticed that he has sneaked a pack of playing cards into your jacket pocket. The manager sees them, accuses you of stealing, and calls home. Because you are trustworthy, Mom believes that you were framed.
Yay!
You're trustworthy? I guess that's changed. It's up 80%, okay. You're just not calm or gentle.
I got no chill.
No chill.
The heart, please.
Okay. Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. You want to continue?
Bring on the sexuality.
In the schoolyard, your friends are sitting around discussing something very secretively. You go over to see what is going on, and you hear one of them say something very strange. It has to do with the way you were made.
Ah. Skeptical and ask mother for the real story.
You find it difficult to believe that you have seen Wild Kingdom enough times to know that anything is possible. You confront your mother with the information as you remember hearing it. Your choice for a leisurely topic of conversation catches Mom off guard. Later, you have a nice discussion about how babies are born. She stresses the love aspect, but neglects to tell you that practicing for the real thing can be fun, too. You may find this out for yourself later.
Up in the middle.
Mr. Quincy's the toughest teacher in your school. One day you forget to put your homework in with the rest of the items you need for school. Quincy asks where your homework is. You tell him you forgot it. He says, come on now, you can be more creative than that. Why don't you tell me something more believable, like, Mr. Quincy, I did my homework but my dog threw up on it. Everyone in class laughs hard at your expense. Mr. Quincy gives you a punishment assignment to do in addition to the work you have not handed in. He says, what have you got to say for yourself now, mister?
Okay. I'm going to be. Can I be unaffected and try and enlist the help of my mom?
No.
Well, fine. Can I be depressed and trying to enlist the help of mom? I'm giving mom, you gotta try and help out here.
You look so pitiful and confused that it infuriates your mother. She sends a note to the school and follows it up with a personal visit. She receives a personal apology from Quincy, but you don't. Every time he speaks to you from now on, he does it with a tone of sarcasm and false respect. There's definitely something wrong with this man.
Fuck that guy. Add him to the list, the growing list of fuckers. Up, please.
Growing grudge. Book of Grudges. The family dog has been acting a little peculiar lately, and no one can figure out why. Some of your fellow family members suggest that maybe he should be given away or worse, put to sleep. Dad delivers an ultimatum. The dog must shape up or ship out. You're the only one in the house who can take the responsibility for getting him back into shape.
I take the responsibility and train the dog.
You spend every available minute keeping an eye on the dog, rewarding him for good behavior and keeping him out of trouble. One day when you return home from school, you smell what can only be the dog's byproducts, and the smell is emanating from your parents' bedroom. You enter the bedroom to find the dog sleeping peacefully in the corner and a sculpture sitting squarely atop Dad's favorite pillow. Fortunately, no one is home. What do you do?
Dispose of the pillow and no, try and wash the pillow.
You scrape the sculpture off the pillow and throw it away outside the house. The pillow and pillowcase is left with a large, brown, and smelly ring. After 3 machine washings, your mother keeps yelling, "What are you doing down there?" The smell comes out of the pillowcase, but the pillow still has the stain. Not only that, the pillow now weighs 30 pounds because it is waterlogged. It will never be dry by the time Dad gets home. What will you do?
Like, Mom just keep...
I mean, the last time you asked Mom for help, she did go to school and
yeah,
put Mr. Quincy through the ringer.
Okay, ask Mom.
She is very sympathetic. As it turns out, Dad couldn't tell his favorite pillow from a pile of bricks. She makes a quick substitution and all is well.
Woo! It's all good. Keep the dog. Fuck it, let's take the risk with the bad card.
A very aggressive boy starts an argument with you and challenges you to a fight after school. Everyone whispers about the big fight. Looks like there will be a large crowd watching.
Okay. I'm going to be tough. I'm going to show up at the school.
The boy shoves you hard in the shoulder, knocking you off balance. He punches you in the face and neck. He's much more used to this kind of thing than you are. Suddenly, you see that he has left himself open in the face and stomach areas.
Swing for that face.
Your fist makes firm contact with the boy's nose. He reels back and falls on the floor. As you stand there breathing heavily, you watch him get up. The crowd is cheering you on. The boy staggers to his feet and is being laughed at by everyone. The boy takes a small but very sharp knife out of his pocket and opens the blade.
What the fuck? I'm gonna get stabbed. You gotta bail it a knife, right? I didn't bring a knife to this knife fight. Run away.
You choose not to risk the danger of getting seriously hurt. This boy was capable of killing you, and might have done so had you chosen to stay and fight him.
What a nut job. Wait, is there not a follow-up card about how the police got involved and took the kid to jail? We're just letting that one slide. Up, please.
I'm pretty sure that one doesn't get to slide now. The latest craze is wearing a dog collar around your neck with a t-shirt proclaiming your dog name. You just spent $5 on a shirt that says Fifi Rex the Mad Mongrel and have borrowed one of your dog's collars. On the way out of your house, your mother says, "Do you think you are going out to school with that ridiculous get-up on?"
Uh, I shall be inattentive and walk out. We want to be cool.
Your mother is furious because you ignored her. She tells you that if you want to act like a dog, you'll be treated like one. You are forced to eat your meals from a special dog dish with your dog name written on it for the next 3 days.
I'm cool. And the brain.
Who is the founder of modern chemistry?
Oh, shit.
I can tell you this one, too.
It's Curry, isn't it?
No.
Damn. Okay, which one is it?
It's Louis Pasteur. Yeah, the instruction book says that's what it is.
Okay, I see. Well,
as a matter of fact, chat, I'll even show you. I believe we've had this conversation before in prior, playthroughs of the game. I'm pretty sure this one's come up. Let's show off the instruction book here. So the instruction book has a crib sheet that it ends up recommending later that has all of the answers written down in it. From the inventor of the telegraph, to the Austrian-born founder of the Ethical Culture Society, to everything else, to who was the founder of modern chemistry.
Lies.
That's right. We were lied to, betrayed, deceived. And it doesn't matter whether it's accurate or not. What matters is what the game thinks. Which, could you believe it, in this reality, the instruction book and the game saying two different things? That's never happened to me before. In any video game ever. The instruction manual has always been accurate. Time we live in. Fine. You know what? I'm pressing escape. Fuck your event. Didn't happen. None of it's real. Executive choice. There you go, Zerfall.
We spent the entire class just arguing with him.
That's right.
I think you'll find that no, you're wrong.
That's what the notes you gave us said. See, look at the syllabus.
We spent Tuesday you teaching us about this.
Look at the printout.
Left.
Oh, shit. I'm sure that'll happen again, should I ever guide someone else through this game. They'll choose that event and they'll be like, how dare you lie to the instruction manual? You ask Mom if you can climb the big rock in the park with a group of friends. She says no.
Oh. Crafting, asked Dad. So, the siege of the divorce.
Dad says, sure, son, just be careful.
Oh, I'm going to cause a divorce. Go!
It is a beautiful day. You and your friends are having a great time. At the top of the rock, you and your friends get silly and start to push each other, each claiming, I'm king of the hill. One of your friends pushes you a bit too hard and you begin to slip off the rock. For a moment, it looks as if you can regain your balance, but you don't. You tumble off the rock and fracture your skull in 3 places.
Oh, I've definitely just caused a divorce. And that's where the marriage really went.
Physical's looking great now. Just see now. Looking great.
Wow. Yep. Yep.
Fractured in 3 places.
I got some damage.
Look at the damage.
Keep going up.
Okay, up left, up middle.
Up.
Up.
Ooh, yeah, what's the one with the ladder?
What could it be? What could it mean? You want to skip ahead immediately and try to find out?
Yeah.
Every one of your friends is a new turbo power mud jumper dirt bike. You're being left out of Saturday morning bike trips and your friends call you a baby because you have one of those regular sissy bikes.
I don't give a fuck what these people think. Yeah, I'm unconcerned with what they and what friends think. They're the worst.
Okay. Unconcerned and then forget about it?
Oh yeah, I didn't see the second. I am the second option. Sorry.
You're obviously not the type who is easily influenced by peer pressure. Perhaps it's not worth the effort right now. Many people say that you are the type of person who marches to the beat of a different drummer. Do you think they are right?
Yep.
We need an option that says it doesn't matter. You should also know they use this expression as a nice way of describing people who are short a marble or two.
I fractured my skull in 3 places.
Don't use this as an excuse.
It's not an excuse, it's a fact.
It's a crutch.
The heart below, please.
There is an elderly woman who lives in a house up the street. Everyone calls her the witch. Some people say she's really paranoid, calling the cops on kids all the time, and screaming out the window even when there's nobody there. At night, she keeps her light on all the time and sits looking out the window. For the past few days, the light has been off. Some of the kids think she's just dead in there or something. They jump in front of her house and sing, "Ding dong, the witch is dead, and laugh.
I'm sad. I put on my detective hat that I've had since I was a baby, and I look for clues.
One afternoon after school, you look from outside the gate to see if there's anything going on inside the house. There is nothing.
Go through the gate and knock on the door.
You hear a voice call out from the back of the house, "Go away and leave me alone."
I'll just say that you'd like to know if she's alright.
You hear nothing for about 30 seconds. Finally, the door opens. The woman looks pale and dazed. She seems smaller than you imagined and very delicate. In the corner of her almost bare living room, there is a television. Beside it is a large box of old rubber balls and toys that were left or had accidentally fallen on her law. She asks you why you have come. You mention that you noticed the light has gone out, and you thought she might be needing some help. She explains that she has no way to replace it. She is too old to climb up and do it. Her light, that is.
Yes. Ask her if she would like, yeah.
Alright, just roll your light, bye. She thanks you. Her face softens. While you're fixing the light, she tells you a very sad story. A long time ago, she had a son very much like you, so polite and so kind. She says he was a beautiful boy and repeats it over and over, as beautiful as a picture. She and her husband lived with their son not too far from the train yard. She used to tell her son, "James Robert, stay away from the tracks, you'll get hurt." One day, her son and her husband went out to play catch with an old football. The ball rolled away from James and rolled across the tracks. While he was chasing it, his foot got wedged between 2 rails. His father and he struggled to release it. Before they could, they were both struck by a freight train and killed.
Jeez.
She's been alone ever since. When you are finished fixing the light, the lady gives you some milk and freshly baked cookies. It almost seems as though she doesn't want you to leave. Or go. Before you leave, you...
Find her for the cookies and see if there's any more jobs.
Her face brightens. "You must be paid," she says. "I can't afford much, and you'll have to do a fine job, and you can have all the cookies and brownies that you can eat. I promise you that. You have done a much kinder thing than you can probably imagine at your age. You've given this woman a reason to live."
She is also the first friendly person I've met in this game. My character is reaching out for kindness. I found it in an old lady. Let's go depress ourselves with the physical one.
There is no physical one.
The one in the shower?
That's not physical. That's like a family crest. That's family.
Is that family?
It's family.
Oh, I think...
Heraldry. According to the instruction manual, which who knows at this point, right? Everything's a lie.
It only takes one lie to, become untrustworthy.
You are sitting in the car with Dad, warming it up, when the phone rings and he asks to go inside to take the call. You look at the keys dangling from the ignition switch and hear the purr of the engine. No one would notice if you move the car a little and jump back in your seat before Dad returns.
Are you fucking stupid? Safe. Keep still.
Reflecting on the possible consequences of your behavior is a sign to developing impulse control. You'll have plenty of opportunities to wreck the family car later, under more legitimate circumstances.
I got a fractured skull.
Necromancy.
Excuse me. Middle, please.
A warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
Bring it on.
Robbie Starker always gets his father's girly magazines out whenever friends come over to visit. Today he is entertaining you and some other friends. When he suggests you try something new, he explains that if you rub yourself down there while looking at the pictures, something really great happens. Everyone seems to think it's a good idea.
I'm not quite ready for this. I'm anxious and afraid. Leave the house.
Whatever it is they are doing is too frightening to try, but you can't quite figure out why. Eventually you'll probably experiment like this, but you will probably prefer to do it on your own.
Left.
Mary Jane Jones is one of those friends who really knows how to be one of the guys. She's been a good friend of yours since 3rd grade. You would like to ask her to the school dance except for one problem. She is 6 inches taller than you.
Who gives a? I don't give a fuck about what people think these days. Self-assured. Ask her to dance.
Of course you have a fantastic time. You make fun of everyone who is stupid enough to comment on the difference in your size. 5 years after the dance, Mary Jane becomes a $3 million a year model.
Woo! Next. The right.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
National content. Yes, please.
At a party at the house of one of your friends, Linda Martell's, aka the most incredible fox in the 8th grade, she asked you to be her partner in a game that some of the kids are playing. The game is called 7 Minutes in Heaven. It is played like this. All of the couples find a place to be comfortable in a very large room. Someone is in charge of working the lights. The lights go out, the couples make out and stuff for 7 minutes. Lights get turned back on, the couples can either stay with each other or switch partners. You can't turn down an offer for 7 minutes in heaven, right, Dan?
I guess. Sure, aroused.
You fucking sound pretty disinterested. Why are you even bothering to say yes to these sexual cards? The two of you get comfortable and the lights go off. Linda pulls you close and presses her lips against yours. You can...
become more aggressive. Yes, the second one. Don't stop punching people.
As you kiss her, you feel her moving close to you, pressing her chest up against yours. What can you do?
Let's keep kissing her. Who cares?
Thank you for reply. I tried. Her hands slide up and down your chest and brush across your leg.
French.
All of a sudden, Linda cries out, "Gross!" You're mortified, but guys who've had her as a partner before know just what happened. You get their sympathy, but as far as Linda's concerned, your time is up. Next. You've just passed through the childhood phase of life. Family life is progressing very well. Dad is still the greatest hero of all time. Mom's pretty terrific, too. Physically, you're not very healthy. Be careful to avoid situations that could lead to illness. Socially, this can be an awkward phase of life, especially when you hit the ripe old age of 9 or 10. Should you like girls? Should you not like girls? Decisions. All in all, you are developing good social skills. You don't always close your mouth when you are chewing food, but hey, nobody's perfect. Now, regarding your emotional personality development, trustworthiness and sense of fair play are commendable. You're an honest child, but no tattletale either. You have a gentle, easygoing way about you most of the time. You have not had very many schoolyard brawls, and you seem to be able to control your temper even when the girls giggle as you walk by. You're about to enter adolescence. It's a somewhat hectic time of life full of surprises. There'll be many very high highs and many low lows. With each year, you will gain responsibilities. You may also notice that people will begin to start forgiving you less for things previously described as mere childhood habits. You'll be expected to leave your burping and other questionable talents in the social circles, where they are unanimously approved of, your peer groups. Oh yes, and there's the matter of girls. If you haven't noticed them much in this phase, watch out, they've noticed you! Welcome to adolescence, Dan. It was a bold man that first eat an oyster. Sure.
Oh crap. Microphone's falling over. There you go.
Everything okay there, Dan?
I leaned and the microphone fell. It's all good.
It's not the weight of the pop filter or anything? It's not the pop filter's fault?
The pop filter adds to the unbalance. It's no longer keenly balanced. It's wobbly.
How you doing so far?
I'm good. I'm not. I'm not happy about being beat up a few times.
You want to continue this or no?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. We'll continue this.
At least I'll get to my 20s. Teenage years where it gets good.
So you're currently 13. Apparently your stress is really fucking high.
Why am I stressed?
Can't imagine why.
Sorry for that one.
Let's save over here. We have a number of other things, which I'll go ahead and show off. We have some experiences that we can do right now. We have a job thing, which we'll be able to fiddle with later. We have meeting people to then get steady and then go on dates with them. And then we have this sort of thing. Ooh. So there you go, there's that. Just wanted to show that off. That stuff passes time to select, so...
Okay.
Just load that. Just know that those options are there on the side now.
Okay. Go over those side options again, please.
So, we've got like your stat sheet over here in the top left. We've got like a pastime thing, I think it is. We have like some sort of like school, like pep rally thing in high school that we're not old enough for yet. We have like a job thing. We have like a meeting people thing, and then I'm not exactly sure what this card is. Whether it's going out, vacationing, having a good time, advancing up the corporate ladder, fucking beats me.
It looks like I'm climbing a mountain.
Yes, it does. But when I selected it, there's a whole thing about, like, meeting this girl, but you're already attached to someone else, and she was already attached to someone else.
Alrighty, well, let us go with, for now, just the social one.
This is how tall the tree is for this one. We will certainly not get through all these cards. Especially if you do any of those side things.
Right. So this is on Steam now, do you say?
Yes.
Quite like it. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of cards. How long do you want to do this for?
Tonight is Halloween, Dan. Some of your more fun-loving friends are going door to door. Some of your more mischievous friends are going out to play pranks. Let's decide on which group you would like to join.
No friends. Fun-loving. Let's just go door to door.
You can go door to door to get the traditional candy and loose change, or go door to door to collect money for charity.
Charity, bro.
You did a great job. You've collected $17. Do you keep it or turn it into charity?
Charity.
Trustworthiness increases. You are charitable and honest.
Yeah. And family crest.
You are in one of your ultra cool moods. While cruising through the house, you bump your foot on a piece of furniture. You let a swear word sneak out. Your mother calls you in from the other room. She says, "Did you say what I thought you said?"
Truthful. Tell her what I did.
And apologize, and so what?
I probably should apologize. That's not fair.
Wisely, you drop the cool act. It's important to be cool, but when Mom has her temper up, she can put you on ice permanently. Intellectual sphere increases sharply. Put you on ice permanently, she fucking kills you. I put you in this world, I can take you out of it.
Yeah, middle one, please.
There goes Andrea Winner. Jeremy has said that she likes guys who are rough and tough. She is looking over at you and smiling.
Well, I am rough and tough.
Yeah, you're totally rough and tough, mister. Race funny for charity.
Uninterested. Pulling your smile back and tend to business.
I guess this girl doesn't strike your fancy right now. Since she did show some interest in you, it was admirable of you not to try to take advantage of her. Thoughtfulness increases.
Thanks, son. Welcome home, wife, by the way.
What did Sophie give you?
She brought me home a coffee and also a package that goes downstairs.
Oh.
It is my new wireless headphones because my last ones got stuck in a chair and where.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, what a convenient excuse to replace them with a new set.
I wouldn't say it was convenient. I was not best pleased with how things turned out.
It's true. Sure wasn't convenient at all.
No, I'm trying to figure out how these things fit on your ears. They've got little like what would you call them? Little
Please hold,
hook.
everyone.
Little hooks. But I'll take in the next family crest, please.
Christina Farber got a little while playing Spin the Bottle at a friend's house yesterday. As a result, your neck looks like it was stung by a pack of wild hornets. As you walk out of the bathroom, Dad inquires about the curious-looking marks.
Don't worry about this, Dad. I'm cool. I'm crafty. Can I tell the truth? No, I can't tell the truth if I'm being crafty, can I? Fine, I'm embarrassed, but I tell the truth.
Family relations are good. Your truthfulness makes them even better. Dad knows where you got the mark, and might have even been embarrassed when he asked. Even though he trusts you, he feels a responsibility of keeping you out of trouble as much as possible. These talks will probably never prevent you from doing what you really want to do, but they can make you think twice about some things. We got a lot of social coming up, my friend.
Oh boy, some friendships coming. All right. Well, continue up the ladder. Continue trying to go through just north, if you don't mind.
Your friends all go to the shore for a beach party. It's late at night. One of your friends has a suggestion. He says, "Let's go skinny dipping."
I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should be doing that. I think what we should be doing is self-isolating.
My dangly bits, oh no!
Yeah, you know what? I'm not quite ready for this, so we'll go for shy. And I'm gonna wait for everyone else to take their clothes off.
Some kids take off their clothes and some chicken out. Do you still want to go ahead with this?
No.
Later, a girl you've had your eye on for weeks whispers to you, "I was just waiting for you to go, then I would have done it too."
Sure, whatever. North.
Yeah, I know. You keep wanting to go north. A couple of your friends have convinced someone to purchase a bottle of very cheap wine. They are excited about the idea of getting drunk.
I'm ambivalent. I don't drink. Oh, wait, no. Get excited and share the wine.
There is one 12-ounce bottle of wine to be distributed to 15 boys. You take a few sips. What do you feel?
Perfectly normal.
Of course you feel perfectly normal. Not even a young child could get tipsy on 2 sips of wine. But a kid like you can get caught drinking when a neighbor spies what you've been doing. You are grounded for a month.
Grass.
These fucking parents. What the fuck?
People are terrible. God, this is like a social mess.
Your friends ask you if you would like to be in a rock group.
Yes. Excited about the idea.
Your first task is to come up with a suitable name for such a group. There are several suggestions. Choose the one you like the best.
Cabbage Heads, clearly.
That sounds like a fitting name for a talent of your caliber. Now you must choose a position in the band.
Lead guitar. Got to.
Fine, Maestro. Do you want to be...
Just a band member.
You take a low profile, the audience can't resist your star qualities. Those eyes, those long, silky locks. Move over, Mick Jagger. Here comes the new king of rock and roll. He's still touring, too, so here we go. You've got a long, fruitful career ahead of you, I'm sure.
Take a right at the social. Just get one last social.
What?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Livingston, a former friend from Jamaica, asks you over to his house for dinner. Oh yes, Livingston. The first course is an interesting-looking kind of soup. You take a sip and find it delicious. You inquire, "What kind of soup is this?" Livingston's mother replies with a proud smile on her face, "Turtle soup."
We'll be I'm horrified and stopped eating the soup and hope no one
A
notices.
turtle! Oh no! Your abrupt
I
rejection of the
love
food.
turtles!
Your abrupt rejection of the food insults his mother.
Oh, well. Yeah, no, please.
A group of kids you hardly know have just made fun of you. Usually this might not bother you, but lately you have been feeling down in the dumps about lots of things. Physical appearance has been disappointing you, your family has been giving you a hard time about almost everything. No one seems to be saying or doing anything positive toward you. You have a bad case of the blues.
Well, life is hard. Let's not go too fine. Let's just be depressed and yeah. Wait, I can get stoned. That's an option.
I was wondering how long it would take you to notice that.
Yeah. Okay, we're feeling a little bit sad, and we will get drunk or stoned.
Sometimes when people become depressed, they use alcohol or other substances to anesthetize themselves from the painful feelings. This is one theory about why people eventually become substance abusers.
Good reason as any. Yeah, no.
You are still much too young to buy liquor, but your friends want to get wasted tonight. They plan on waiting outside of the liquor store and asking older customers to buy it for them.
Smart. No, not interested. Find something else to do.
You don't seem to be interested in this kind of experience right now. Intellectual and physical spheres rise. Yeah, rebuilding your body. You're up to 36% physical now, Dan. You're rebuilding it.
I'm recovering. that dreaded fall off the rocks will hurt me for long. Family, please.
Early in the evening, a friend's mother appears mysteriously at the door and asks to speak to your mother. From another room, you hear the woman say that you have been a bad influence on your son. Your mother should try harder to raise you the right way. Her complaints, by the way, are totally unjustified. First, you barely know her son, and second, he is the biggest juvenile delinquent in town without your help or anyone else's.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty angry about that, but I will wait until she leaves. Talk with my mother.
You are smart to stop yourself from running in there like a madman and giving that stupid woman a piece of your mind. Even when you are a bit trying to have around the house, your mom still thinks you're a great kid. She lets the stupid neighbor's complaints go in one ear and out the other. Just like your complaints.
Okay. Yeah, keep going just like north.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Do you wish to continue?
Sexual nature, yeah.
And you will promptly reject. While sitting around the house with a girlfriend one night, she says she wants to give you a manicure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll take a manicure.
Letting your friend groom you puts her in a very romantic mood. After she finishes the job, you get cozy on the couch and have a hot and heavy time. Unfortunately, the next day, your friends see your polished nails and rag on you for days about it. Little do they know.
That's a win. Family.
Your dad's boss thinks that you are a fine young man. He would be honored if you would consider escorting his lovely daughter Matilda, or Mathilda if you prefer, to the company dinner dance.
Sure. Interested and accept the invitation.
This was a very open-minded set of choices. You arrive at the country club waiting to meet Dad's boss's daughter. All of a sudden, this movie star walks up to you. Your eyes glaze, your mouth gets dry, and you must concentrate very hard to prevent your tongue from dropping out of your mouth. Could this be her? No, it's some lady who thinks you work there. Parking cars. Matilda arrives complete with braces, pigtails, and a squeaky laugh. As the night goes on, you find out she's not so bad. Dad gets a raise the following week. How about the company picnic next month?
Hearts.
Your dad decides he wants to have a long talk with you about college. In his talk, he advised you to do all the things you think you would like to do least. He suggests careers that you couldn't see yourself doing in a million years. He talks about colleges that seem dull and uninteresting. Say, son, have you ever thought of going to a military college? You get the distinct sense that he has already planned the next 8 years of your life for you. At this point, you may not be sure that you want to go to college at all.
I'm not sure. I'm anxious, and I will listen quietly.
You are letting your father overstep his bounds as an advisor. His concern about you getting a good education has caused him to behave in an over-controlling fashion. You're evidently too anxious to confront him about this, so he continues making decisions for you, keeping you not only anxious and depressed, but dependent on him as well.
Well, damn. Yeah, up.
One of the older kids in school takes you aside and offers you a quick way to make money by dealing drugs. Nothing too heavy or dangerous, according to him. All you'd have to deal with some pot and a few lewds.
I don't do lewds, I'm afraid. I'm not interested.
He tells you that you have just passed up the opportunity to make some easy money. He's caught dealing 3 weeks later, but nothing much happens to him. 3 months after that, you read that he was jailed in South America during a drug-related incident.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
It did, didn't it?
It sure did. Let's do family first.
Family first, huh? That's Dan. You were annoyed because your father doesn't seem to be paying attention to what you say these days. You'd appreciate if he would treat you more like a person. While you were trying to explain this to him, he begins correcting your grammar.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to be assertive, and I'm going to do the, Dad, is a perfect example. I'm trying to express myself right now, and you're putting me down by correcting my English.
Your dad is taken aback by your assertiveness and is forced to examine his own behavior. He realizes that he has been unfair to you and apologizes. The two of you gain a mutual respect for one another.
God damn right.
I know, you went from being anxious to like, fuck you, Dad! Listen here.
Yeah. Listen here, you fucking grammar Nazi. How about you get the fuck off my back and then give me the physical in the north?
Some of your friends are going to the city this weekend to get tattooed.
How
Asking the important questions.
A tattoo I think will be cool. It's art. I'm interested.
Jimmy the Pin runs the tattoo shop. There are a table full of needles in front of you.
I
mean, you knew, of course, when you went into this that a tattoo involves needles, right, Dan?
I haven't thought that far ahead.
Tattoo sounds cool, involves needles. Oh!
Let's roll a d20. Give me a second.
He's assigning 1 through 19, have second thoughts, 20 get a tattoo.
That is 14. Get the tattoo.
Okay. What kind of tattoo will you get?
Oh, mother. It's Mom.
Really? After the complicated relationship you said you had with
her? I look at it and I go, oh, that she'd appreciate that one. Then I remember the wabbit.
Think of the story you're telling, Dan.
Get a bald eagle. We are free.
America. The tattoo is even more painful than you imagined it would be. You must leave the bandage on until it becomes a scab. For a few days, it oozes blood.
Tell them about it.
For some reason, they just don't find it all that attractive. As a matter of fact, your mother nearly faints at the sight of it. Eventually, they learn to accept it, but deep down inside it is one of those things that they will never understand.
That's fine. I would like you to drop down and go to the left and get the physical.
A cousin of yours asks if you would like to inherit his weight set. His weight set, excuse me, not his waist set.
I am weak. I am not a strong boy, but that's only because of the accident where I am.
Is it time for you to change your ways and to Hulk out?
Yeah, we're gonna get both.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. You're the type of person who sticks with his interests. You build up your body, increasing strength and definition. A group of girls at school have begun referring to you as the bod. Physical and social characteristics increase.
This is definitely a fantasy.
You're 14, by the way. You're up to 55% physical. You're working it out. You have no calmness.
Very intense.
Mm-hmm.
North, please.
All of your friends are skipping classes and they want you to come along too.
I don't have friends. You keep getting this wrong.
The same friends that you went to get the tattoo with.
Which I went, not because they were there, because I
Uh-huh.
wanted a tattoo. I do things that I want. I'm a bald eagle. I'm free. Disinterested. I will not skip class.
According to your status sheet, you are not the type of person who would usually pass up this kind of adventure. Perhaps you are
What?
beginning to accept responsibility a bit more. Intelligence, trustworthiness, and family characteristics show moderate increase.
All right, but I would say that I've been quite reserved. I think the narrator is full of shit.
Not the
Physical in
first
the middle,
time.
please.
You are hanging around at your friend's house. There is nobody home but you and he. Your friend goes into his parents' bedroom and emerges with a small yellow box. He opens the box and shows you his father's gun, a chrome
Nope.
revolver.
Is there an option to move to the UK? Well, actually, you know what? UK's fucked as well. You know what? There's nowhere good to move right now. Now's not a good time for movement.
No, now's not a good time for movement, Dan.
I'm calm, and I tell him to put it away.
Acting anxious might cause your friend to tease you or egg you on with the gun. He did a dangerous thing by taking the gun out. One or both of you could have been killed. Intellectual sphere increases. I know, calmness, 10%.
To the job, please.
On the back of an old matchbook cover, you see an offer which promises you the possibility of a free art scholarship if you can draw Winnie, a cartoon figure on the inside flap.
Sure. I'll try and draw Winnie.
Your picture is returned with an offer to enroll in a home study course sponsored by the International Institute of Constructive Creative Painting and Art. Tuition is, of course, waived because you qualify for a full scholarship. There is a $499.99 plus state sales tax with applicable fee for tools and materials. Are you interested in purchasing these?
Sure.
You don't have enough money to do this, Dan.
Aw. That's a shame.
Because you've slowly dwindled from all that reserve cash that had been given to you by family down to where you are. That's right, he couldn't fall for the scammers, everyone, because he was too broke to fall for them.
All right, then.
Is it time
please?
to take action? No, it is not. It's time to go over here. I'm sorry, but you must have a job to do this vignette. Maybe it's time to take action. Maybe Dan will be inspired now.
Take that one, the job.
What?
The one you're on now?
I just tried to click it, Dan.
Oh,
You have to have a job.
Sorry. I don't. Oh,
maybe
cool.
Dan will be inspired now to take
Look
action.
for a job, though, right? Yeah, look for a job.
You are too young to take on the responsibilities of a job just yet. Concentrate on your schoolwork. You're too young.
Well,
you get
fine,
older
then
by
we'll
like doing
go
a
all the way back down. Go to the friends.
Your parents have gone out for the night. You and two friends are sitting around with nothing much to do. One of your friends asks, "What kind of booze do your parents have in the house?"
I'm calm, and calm and suggest something else to do. Let's not drink.
You know this would be a stupid thing to do. You will almost surely get caught. Intellectual and thoughtfulness characteristics increase. Yeah, the bond money's all gone.
All my money's gone now.
He's been blowing it on going out with friends. Woo!
All right. Go for the physical.
Warning: this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Do you wish to continue?
Yeah.
You're getting dressed one day and notice a small red mark on your penis. Could it be some kind of
What?
disease?
I'm terrified. And I go to the doctor.
Don't worry, it's just a pimple.
Hey, it's all good. No.
You are too young for this episode.
Okay. Do I have to go back through other episodes?
Either that or spend some time with other things on the side, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You are but 14 years and 7 months old.
All right. Try the handshake.
A handshake,
On the
okay.
side.
Want to meet someone? Because you don't have a
Sure.
partner. Where would you like to meet this person?
Near home.
Whom would you like to meet?
Ooh, I'm trying to remember. Yes, I don't. Marion?
You have chosen to meet with Marion. Her characteristics may be described as follows. Not very trustworthy, moderately gentle, not very calm, very happy, moderately confident, very attractive. You met Marion in a local shopping mall. You chose what you believe to be an appropriate time and place to ask for a date. You ask for a date, and Marion accepts. Now you can keep going out with her, like going out on a date, have an experience with your present partner.
Yeah, sure.
There's a new guy in school. His name is Chet Clark. He's built like a linebacker and has handsome, rugged good looks. 2 weeks after he arrives at school, he has made every major sports team. A friend informs you that yesterday, Chet asked Marion for a date. How do you feel about this?
Not good. Anxious.
I don't blame you for getting a bit jittery over a hulking moose like Chet trying to ask your girl for a date. What are you going to do about it?
Kill him. Talk to Marion.
I have a feeling I know why you're so worried. Marion really isn't that trustworthy, is she? What you feared might happen actually did. She's fallen for Chet. She no longer wants to see you. They deserve one another.
I hate them both.
Add them to the list. The Book of Grudges.
Add them to the ever-growing Book of Grudges.
You're still too young, Dan.
Okay. Go back. Go down to the heart and a little bit lower.
A close friend of yours has been showing up everywhere drunk lately. Although he seems to function well at his after-school job, people are beginning to talk about him.
Consent and try and help him out.
He denies that he has any problem.
Of course he does. I will insist once that he does.
He gets angry at you and calls you names.
Oh, what a prick. Alright, leave him alone. Fuck him. Let him...
You convince yourself that you tried your best, but he wouldn't accept your help.
I did try my best. He's an asshole. Try and meet someone again?
Where would you like to meet him?
Let us go with away from school.
Whom would you like to meet?
Let's try Henrietta.
Henrietta is not very trustworthy. Gentle, calm, she's not very happy, moderately confident, moderately attractive. You are away on vacation? You ask for a date and she accepts. Want to try going out with her?
Yeah, I guess. Don't have much hope for her, but yes.
Henrietta has spent the afternoon with her parents visiting friends of the family. When you see Henrietta, she can't stop talking about John, their son. When Henrietta and John were younger, everyone joked about how it would be nice if they married when they got older. Isn't that cute? Anyway, Henrietta goes on to tell you that John grew up to be an absolute hunk with the cutest set of dimples on his cheek. After she finishes her detailed description, she squeals, "He looked just like one of those calendar models. I could have died." How do you feel about all this?
A bit threatened.
That's understandable. From what I understand of Henrietta, she's not the most trustworthy type. I know that's difficult to hear, but it was one of her characteristics when you met her earlier. You should examine why you would want to stay with someone whom you might not trust completely. Is it just you being overly concerned, or is there really a danger that she might abandon you for the first gorgeous available guy that comes along?
Let's just call her and break it off, please.
Even though you have chosen to break off this relationship, it will still have an impact on you personally. Please check the status screen to see what adjustments have been made.
Okay, go scroll down, see what ones I've missed, and I'll remember.
You got a heart, you have a number of social cards, another heart, more social cards.
Social. Go do the social ones on the way back down.
Yeah. Warning, this episode contains subject matter for sexual nature. Do you wish to continue?
No. Next.
You're on the school bus on a class field trip getting cozy with your newest girlfriend.
I seem to be going for a lot of girlfriends. Okay. Let's be amorous but discreet. Let's just cuddle.
How romantic. She's very impressed. You're a sensitive person. Have some spheres.
Okay.
This young Lee is a new Chinese student who can barely speak English. He appears awkward, is not aware of modern styles of dress, and is a bit clumsy. Everyone in school has begun to make fun of him.
Sympathetic, that's our new friend.
You approach him and with tremendous difficulty try to make conversation. He's very shy and self-conscious about his communication difficulties. Your friends think you are stupid for wasting your time with him. It seems hopeless that the two of you will ever be able to understand one another.
Keep trying.
Months pass, and he begins to learn English very quickly. Just think of how long it would take you to learn Chinese if it's the other way around. As soon as he's able to express himself, he tells you that he appreciates your sympathy and friendship. You have made a lifelong friend.
Damn fucking right. You know why I came over to you? It's because anyone these chuckle fucks laugh at, I make friends with.
Alright, you're 15 now. Maybe now it could be time for a job.
Maybe. Can I get a job now?
You can apply for one.
Apply.
For what kind of job would you like to apply, Dan?
Just around the drugs, of course. See if I can get an assistant in a law office. Let's try and get away from.
Congratulations, you start work immediately.
Well, but I wanted at least a week's notice to, get stuff in order. Okay, that's
just
fine.
in case. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's beep beep a few times. Load that I just saved. And this should be a thing. Although no, that's not. Load. Don't mind me. Let's go up to do the job event now. In your own opinion, you have been doing a good job at work. Your boss, however, constantly complains about the pickiest things. He never tells you when you have done a good job. When you do something wrong, he really lets you have it, even when you foul up on something easily correctable. To make matters worse, most of the mistakes you make are his fault. Now, he has called you into his office for a discussion, which usually means that you are going to get yelled at for something.
Okay, I'll be anxious and I'll... You know what? No. I'll be anxious and I will stick up for myself.
You're intimidated. Your boss only comes down on you harder because he knows you are frightened of him.
Fuck that guy. We'll come back and beat the shit out of him with words. The horse, please.
You are in a quiet, pensive mood, and your thoughts turn to the subject of religion. Your family's beliefs seem out of step with your own as you wonder about the nature of your existence. Would they understand if you told them about the differences?
Yeah, let's be curious and let's confront the family.
Your desire to question the meaning of religion, faith, and some of life's larger, more philosophical questions is admirable. This kind of independent thinking stimulates the mind and fuels divergent thought. Your parents accept your right to your views, strongly disagree. You feel that their arguments are weak compared to yours. They seem to accept more things on faith. You want reasons. Discussion seems futile until you realize that perhaps the most important aspect about it is their acceptance of you and their secret pride in the knowledge you are a bright, free-thinking person.
Bald eagle, baby. No.
While you are shopping in town one day, a woman who introduces herself as a photographer tells you that you are very handsome and that she might be able to get some modeling work for you. She gives you her card.
I've got no interest in this. I'm disinterested. Throw out the card.
I guess you feel a life of fame, fortune, and stardom is not for you.
Let's go. What's the job?
You notice someone stealing an extremely large amount of valuable property from work.
Oh, concerned. Tell the boss.
The boss asks if you can prove what you are saying. Since you have no pictures or direct evidence, he tells you there's nothing I can do. This is one of those times where you think the whole world is completely insane. Sometimes it just about is. Yes, check the fucking ledger! You'll see that all this shit's missing! What is wrong with you, grandpa?
Do we not have CCTV? You could just check. Also, there he is now, walking out with several boxes. You see him? He's waving at you right now. No? All right, then. Never mind.
I can tell you where I saw him stealing the thing. What is wrong with you? We work in a law office.
Oh, God. Okay. Right, please.
Your best friend since grade school has been looking depressed and confused. Usually a very happy-go-lucky person, so you really can't understand what could be wrong.
I'm sympathetic and ask him what's wrong.
He tells you that there's nothing wrong, but you can see by his face that he is deeply troubled.
Ask him one more time.
After much hesitation, he lowers his eyes and blurts out that he thinks he is a homosexual. He's worried that if he tells any friends, they will desert him, that he will be laughed at. What are you feeling right now?
Accepting.
It is nice to see that you are willing to be supportive.
I don't want to suggest counseling, but can I? I don't know. I don't think I'm qualified to. I'm making shit up as I go along. You don't want me making shit up for you as well. I also want to support professional counseling. Well, like, you should get help. But you know what? We probably should. You know what? For now, they can talk to me, but you probably should get help for like talking to people. No, me. You talk to me.
That was such a confusing answer.
You talk to me.
But you should also get help.
we can do a bit of both with this one, really. We could split it.
It's an either-or option, Dan.
Well, yeah, but like he can talk to me, but like I would probably say if you're feeling really down.
Then that's the second option you're choosing, not the first one. You can talk to me, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, the second one.
I'm trying to select what you're actually telling me here. This is the most considerate thing you could have done for this young man. Taking on the responsibility of being the sole source of support for him might have made him overly dependent on you. You could put a strain on your friendship. As a result of your suggestion, your friend learns how to deal with his homosexuality. The two of you remain close friends.
Good. The physical one?
You are shopping at a drugstore. It's almost closing time. The manager is letting the customers out one by one, keeping the door locked so no one else can come in. Suddenly, the man in front of you at the cash register takes out a gun and announces a holdup. It smells heavily of alcohol, and it looks as if the gun could be fake.
Fake gun is still... Every time I try to be violent, I've ended up nearly getting beaten with a toy or stabbed.
Well, this time you're older, you're stronger now after that weight set, you're buff now.
Oh, I am strong. Okay, then I am going to be brave, and I'm going to try and stop him. Tackle.
You move solely on instinct. You attempt to wrestle the gun from his hand as you thought it is a fake. He's easily subdued. You act bravely but impulsively.
I did it. Saved the day.
You saved the day.
Getty. Saved it. I'm a hero. Middle, please.
You and a group of your friends are getting together to go to a movie. Your best friend and his date are picking you up at your house, and the three of you are meeting everyone else, including your own date at the theater. The doorbell rings, and you're greeted by a dark-haired beauty with sparkling eyes and a devastating figure. She smiles at you and tells you her name is Cheryl. Your friend is waiting in the car because he isn't feeling well. In the car and at the movies, you and Cheryl make small talk. After all, your best friend isn't feeling up to the par. You wouldn't want Cheryl to have a lousy time and resent him. Besides, your date seems to be so engrossed in the movie, she doesn't seem to mind either. Midway through the movie, your friend pulls you aside and asks if you wouldn't mind taking Cheryl home. You know, she is enjoying the movie and he is feeling too ill to stay.
I'll be compassionate and I'll take Cheryl home.
What will you do? Take your date home first or take Cheryl home first?
Take Cheryl home first? No, take my day home first.
With you and Cheryl alone in the car, Cheryl mentions what a great friend you must be and thanks you for being so considerate all the way around. She invites you inside her house for a few minutes. It would be rude to refuse, right?
Yeah, we go inside.
Cheryl gets you a cold drink and sits down next to you on the couch. She jokes that she feels as if you were her date for tonight. After all, you took such good care of her. She thanks you again and kisses you on the cheek. After she kisses you, she keeps her face close to yours. She looks at you for a long second and begins to bring her lips up close to yours. I mean, have your friends really been your friends?
Which friend was this?
It certainly didn't specify it as Seung, the guy that you really identified with and made a lifelong friend. Or the guy who came out to you as homosexual.
Look, stop. Look, we will not kiss her. It's fine. If it's meant to be, she'll come back around.
That's not how it works, Dan. It's meant
That's
to be.
how
she'll
it
go
works.
back.
I'm a bald eagle.
You're a
I
bald
fly away. Because I was going to think about it. I thought about it, and I now think I should fly away. Fly away. Fly away, Grimith, fly. Flap the wings.
Give me a moment, everyone.
Abort.
Oh. Bald eagles are known for flying away from the slightest confrontation.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Alright. We will reject Cheryl. And fly away. You did a valiant thing. The next day you mention the event to your friend, he tells you you should have gone for it. After all, what are friends for? Sometimes life is pretty tough to figure out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I bet he would have been pissed off at actually done it, though. That's what people say. Oh, yeah, I would have been fine with it. Nah, you won't. You prick. Oh, please.
You are too young for this episode.
Let's go on. Let's go find someone.
Okay. Where would you like to meet him?
Outside near school. Outside of school, away from home.
All right, whom?
Oh well, there's no Okay. What about let's try? Okay, what's the name I like the least? Betsy. Let's go see good old Betsy.
She's not very trustworthy. You're finding a bunch of winners. Not very gentle, moderately calm, moderately happy, moderately confident.
Snakes with boobs, man. Snakes with boobs. All right.
Not attractive. Visiting relatives, you meet her. She accepts the date.
Don't like her already. Let's do one more. Let's go spend some time with her. Get the one date out the way.
While having a soda at her house, the phone rings. She picks it up and looks around the room nervously. She walks out of the room with the phone, and you think you can hear her say, "I told you not to call me at home." She puts the phone back down and proceeds as if the phone never even rang. You casually ask her who it was. Her voice cracks. She says, "No one." Her eyes dart around the room. How do you feel about this?
Suspicious.
Do you keep pressing her for information until she finally tells you who was calling?
Yes.
She still won't tell you.
Well, call her and tell her we won't be calling her again. We can't go. Can we? Are we any older now?
I mean, sure, but we're still, we might be in high school now, though.
Okay.
When we're 15. Makes sense. We can try some of this card.
Yeah, try that.
You have forgotten your locker combination.
Look for the custodian.
You search the nooks and crannies for Max, the school custodian. You finally locate him in a cranny. He mutters that opening lockers for forgetful students is not in his job description, but helps you anyway. Want to do another one?
Keep trying. Yeah.
Mr. Andre, your French teacher who everyone in school claims is gay, has asked for your help cleaning up his office after school today. What a rhyme. He asks you in front of a whole group of your friends who begin to look at one another and make faces. What will you do?
Well, tell him I'll help.
This makes you the subject of unbearable teasing. In his office, there's a picture of his wife and his daughter, Monique, who's a beautiful young girl about your age. He explains that she goes to a private school. You comment on how pretty she is. Mr. Andre smiles and offers to invite you over so that you can meet. Ooh la la.
Very nice. More school.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Do you wish to continue?
Of course we do.
Miss Hummer.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Kids can be so cruel. Mm-hmm.
Your math teacher is a 26-year-old knockout. She puts any girl in the school to shame. One year on a class trip to the beach, she wore a bikini. Joey Brandt took pictures of her and sold them around school for $5 each. You raise your hand to ask her a question. She slinks over to you and leans forward to answer your question. What a view. After she helps you, she walks past and brushes her hip against the desk where your hand is. When you see your friends later, you can...
Yeah, yeah. I don't say nothing. These aren't my real friends anyway. Keep saying friends like I've got some.
Let's see. Who would believe that you got a free feel out of Miss Hummer anyway? Besides, Miss Hummer's engaged to a linebacker for the LA Rams. You certainly wouldn't want him to think you got a free feel out of Miss Hummer, would you? So a bit of lore here for chat. It used to be, just a couple of years ago, that the Los Angeles Rams were actually the St. Louis Rams. But enough time has passed that we've gone back to being the Los Angeles Rams, which means that sentence is perfectly accurate once more. Want to do another high school one?
Yes, please.
You have been studying all night long for a chemistry test. There is one formula that you absolutely cannot learn. At about 2 a.m., you begin to see how easy it would be to write the formula on your hand and cheat from it.
Keep trying to learn it from memory like a goody little two-shoes that we are.
The more you try, the more you are frustrated. At 4 a.m., you finally doze off to sleep. The next day, when you sit down to take the test, you find out that the formula you couldn't learn was not included on this test. Your grade for the test is an A. Want to do another one?
Yes, please. Until we're old enough.
Your home economics teacher, Miss Eschbach, is upset because no one seems to be paying any attention to her. Most of the students in class are going completely berserk. Matt just made a dough bomb and hurled it across the room. Larry stole a frog from science class and covered it with melted chocolate. Sad thing, folks, during the year that I was slated to take home ec, my middle school was remodeling, so we had, the class was taught from one of those portables where we just learned about the theory of home ec and about food prep and, healthy things to do and all, and I didn't actually get to have time as a middle schooler, cooking during school. It was tragic. Really, all the schools I was in, elementary, middle, high, we ended up remodeling towards the end of things. At least I got to enjoy that stuff at high school. And anyway, you're behaving relatively mildly, but just laughed hard at the fact that Jimmy spilled some flour on the front of Jeanette's shirt, then tried to brush it off. All of a sudden, Miss Eschbach singles you out and sends you to the principal's office. What do you do? Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. Protest, please.
He doesn't fly away. Your gentleness characteristic shows that you could probably talk your way out of this situation by asking her to be reasonable. You apologize and she tells you to go back to your place and knock it off.
Alright. Keep quiet. That'll do.
Good idea. The local police are called in to search the lockers for illegal substances. Have you stashed anything in there that you don't want anyone to find?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
The only things they find are 2 pieces of dried out pizza from the cafeteria. At first they think the pizza is the product of some sort of satanic ritual. After they have it analyzed, they send the Board of Health to inspect the kitchen. Your grade on your last science test was terrible. Today after school, Mr. Hinckley is offering a help session to those who did poorly. Your dilemma. Should you go for the help session or to an after-school party at your friend's house?
Go to the party. Because that's, but bit of a joy in our lives.
Fortunately, you're pretty smart, so you're able to catch up with your work with no trouble. This is one time in life where you're able to have your cake and eat it too. Savor it. Doesn't happen often.
Tasty cake.
It's time to pick up your new locker assignment. You can keep your old locker or request a new one.
Can my old locker?
The person in the locker next to you has switched. Your new neighbor is a jock who sweats all over the floor and dents the lockers for fun.
Good stuff.
Mr. Harvey is a school guidance counselor who is kind and helpful to all the students. After 30 years of faithful service to the school, he is leaving. Your teacher requests a donation for a present. Will you contribute?
Yeah, I don't think I've got much money left. You can have a fiver.
I mean, you do have a job. How generous? Any amount will be fine. How much will you donate? You said a fiver, so fiver it is.
I did say $5.
Much appreciated. As a matter of fact, Dan, you've got so much cash. You're 16 years and 5 months. Been rolling in that dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got money. Filling up that.
Your biology
Wow,
teacher
wealth.
is breezing through the miraculous inner workings of the common cock-clock cockroach. It is enough to make you lose your lunch. You can't understand a word he is saying, but everyone else seems to be nodding and following along. What will you do?
Stop and ask him for clarification, please.
Your teacher is impressed by the fact that you thought enough of the subject matter to ask him to explain it, so that you fully understand it. His explanation also makes it almost barely understandable, but at least that's enough to get you through the next quiz. He even gives you a few live souvenirs to take home and study on your own. What do you do with them?
Ooh. Set them free in the night. Oh. Take them home and study them.
Brown nose.
That's what I am.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Do you wish to continue?
Yeah.
You and your classmates are changing into clothes for gym class. For a moment, everyone is naked. Even though you try not to look, but you can't help wondering about how you measure up to the other guys.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Not anxious at all.
Yeah, that totally reflects what you and I have talked about before over the years.
Yep.
This is an unusually calm response for someone who has 3% calmness.
I'm fine. This is fine.
I mean, he's not bitter. You're starving, and the cafeteria line seems to be moving very slowly. Today's menu includes meatballs, pizza, wink, and chicken, double wink. Chicken pies. But the only things edible seem to be the french fries and the white powdered donuts. You take a portion of fries, but by the time you get to the cash register, you have already finished them.
Oh, good lord. Keep walking. Yeah, no, pay for the fries. God, I'm such a goody two shoes.
It's a good thing you didn't try to sneak through. Millie, the cafeteria lady, can smell french fry breath from 200 yards away.
That's a magical skill.
You want to keep doing these high school events over here?
What age do I need to be to get any further?
16 years and 7 months. I don't have an answer to your question, Dan. We can try.
Okay.
You're still too young.
Okay. Go back down to the social below.
It's time for the junior prom. Are you planning to attend?
Yeah, no. No.
Okay, good card.
Oh, damn, alright. Keep going down for the time being. Oh, you take what we can get.
An ad in the paper says, wanted young adults 15 to 20 for acting modeling jobs, as for Rod. Well, you already turned down one sort of modeling thing.
I'm not calling nobody, I'm not asking for no Rod.
It's a good thing you passed by this opportunity. Rod runs an underground illegal pornographic movie business. Getting tied up with him could mean big trouble. And then you have these cards that you left behind in Estodo.
Okay, go for the social one.
You have just mastered up the courage to ask Faith Morgan out on a date. She looks you up and down, rolls her eyes, and says, "Be real." Gonna give her the bald eagle.
Damn right. And give her an almost universally understood finger signal.
You have made an inappropriate response. If you want to give her the
I'm
middle
unflappable.
finger, you
Thank
have
you.
to be.
Okay. Unflappable, and then we walk away. Or do we say something?
Your guts may be turning, but outside you stay cool, calm, and collected. You're confident, but rejection is hard to take at your age, no matter how well adjusted you are. You'll probably meet someone who can appreciate these things in you. When you do, Faith becomes interested in you and tries to steal you away. Now's your chance.
She's just gonna leave me and hate me, isn't she? Like everybody else. Fly into her arms. Flap, bald eagle. Fly. God damn it, I knew it! Snake with boobs.
Even the game says it, fool!
God damn snake boobs. The social up.
You're currently madly in love with a girl who is having a birthday next week. You're trying to think of what to get her. She's hinted about a very expensive piece of jewelry that would just about wipe out your life savings if you chose to buy it for her.
No, look, we're having very bad luck with all these ladies. I don't think I want to spend the money. Not that generous. But I'll try finding something else.
You buy her a soap dish and some hand towels, which were on sale in the salvage warehouse. She is less than impressed. You are given the brush off.
Well, I kind of deserve that one, I guess.
You have these 2 cards, and you'll have to entertain yourself with things on the side.
Alright, do those 2.
You and a friend are hanging around in the bathroom together. Your friend takes out some magic markers and begins to write on the walls. He asks you if you want to write something too. What will you do?
Be creative and draw something.
You draw a figure of a female and label some of the more interesting parts. If the labels were not so descriptive, your picture would practically be impossible to recognize. You and your friend are snickering at the picture and deciding what girl's name to put above it when you hear the distinctive sound of flush. Mr. Black was evidently on the can while you were redecorating the bathroom. Attention, gentlemen! Mr. Black is an ex-Marine drill sergeant. The 2 of you forward harch to the principal's office. Sean, a very close friend of yours, has been very depressed lately. You've seen him moping around the halls at school, keeping to himself. One day, while you are running an errand for a teacher on the top floor of the building, you see a shadow swaying on the school roof. You peer through the design in the glass window panel,
Oh, God.
trying to see what is happening out there. It's John. You call out to him and discover that he's planning to jump off. He wants you to go away and make believe you didn't see him. He starts talking about wanting to be at peace. He refers to rock stars who have died, and how he will get a chance to be with them. You would know about that, being the lead guitar of a band.
Yep.
Suddenly, while he was talking, John loses his footing and begins to fall off the roof. He's able to grab onto a flagpole that is attached to the side of the building. He looks frightened and begins to cry.
Anxious, but try and keep calm and try and get help.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Even though this is an extremely tense situation, you are confident in your ability to save the life of your friend. You sneak out onto a ledge and grab his feet. You pull him to safety inside the building. Following weeks, you become a school hero. Town mayor awards you with a medal honoring your courageous act. There.
My leg took me in the wrong direction. I meant to get help. I didn't mean to save you. Oops.
I didn't mean to save you, John.
Stop thanking me. I really was not my intent.
I know, I accidentally made him a hero, everyone. My bad. Alright, you're 17 now, which means it's time for the senior prom. Are you planning to attend?
This one, yes.
Who will you be going with?
You
definitely don't have a steady girlfriend, and you definitely don't have someone you're currently dating.
So it'll be I have to ask someone.
Eventually, you ask this person, and she accepts. Your date looks resplendent in a sexy white strapless number. Events that transpire over the course of the evening include: you and your date have a great time. You suggest that the 2 of you spend the night in a hotel, and she agrees. You have a romantic evening. The next morning, you go out to a quiet diner for breakfast. Congratulations,
Hi.
Then finally, a group of friends are getting together for a toga party this Friday night. Toga.
I'm good. Comments is a toga. Excited. Excited to the party.
You arrive at the party stunningly draped in one of your mom's best sheets. The table there is beer, wine, and hard liquor. Someone mentions there are drugs available for sale from a person at the other end of the room. What would you prefer to have?
Drugs? They expand the mind for creativity.
How wild would you like to get at this party?
Mildly.
Mild wild.
We're gonna party like a bald eagle only knows how. Mildly. I'm like a bald eagle that lives in a zoo.
Are you planning on trying to meet any girls at this party?
Yeah, but only mild.
For some reason, you become very uninhibited. You meet a similarly uninhibited girl and have an utterly uninhibited time. The two of you fall asleep in the girl's car. You've just passed through the adolescence phase of life, Dan! Family life can be very rough during adolescence. Even though your family expects you to take charge of your life, no one wants to let you have the freedom to do what you want. Judging by your progress through life so far, your family life has been quite good, all things considered. Family members can be pains, but no one seems to mind it when you overhaul your hair for 3 hours every morning in the bathroom. Physically, you have been not very healthy. Socially, this phase of life does present its share of problems. Most of these problems fall into the category of girls. Life must have been pretty simple before they showed up. Your social adjustment to this phase of life has been remarkable. Although you do not have a steady girlfriend at the present time, there's always the next life phase. Now, regarding your emotional development, you are a remarkably trustworthy young man. This trait is bound to take you far emotionally and vocationally. You're developing into the type of adult that people can confide in. Fortunately, the burden that comes along with this characteristic is the tendency for people to tell you their problems.
Yep.
It looks like you have had your share of testing the limits and doing things in the spur of the moment. It also looks like some of those things haven't really turned out for the better. Risk-taking is a large part of this phase of life. You should take care of it. You don't let it evolve into plain old foolishness later. You seem to be enjoying most of what you do, even though you experience the blues every once in a while. It's nice to see that you are not having a depressed, traumatized life. Even though an occasional explosive outburst is common in most adolescents, you seem to have everything well under control. You seem to be sensitive and gentle. You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You're not only book smart, you also have plenty of common sense. Right, now your adolescence is almost over. It's time to be hurled out there into the abyss of the real world. I'll bet you didn't know that everything you did so far is part of the fake world.
I didn't.
Welcome to young adulthood. Desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. Hey, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Alright, you thought there was enough shit over there on the sides. Look at more shit.
Family, wedding, what's the one at the bottom on the left?
Let's save the game. I can do that over here. Obviously, we have this here. You're 19, still a law office assistant. 2% calmness.
That calmness is really deteriorating as I get older.
This allows you to do stuff involving college.
Oh, okay.
This allows you to meet people, as you well know. Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases, material possessions. You can use cash or credit. Spend, spend, spend. Spend beyond the means that can be hazardous to you. Caveat emptor. You can totally buy all the things you could ever want. Over here is getting loans.
I don't need debt.
Over here is stuff involving jobs, not just for part-time, but also full-time.
Alright, let's go to college first.
We're not done yet. Over here is you're married and or have children. And welcome to the marriage icon. Alright. We'll go to college. Enroll in a college. What kind of college would you like to attend?
High admission?
The entrance requirements for the school are too stringent to allow your admission at the present time. We are sorry.
Oh. Can we try for a medium one?
Sure.
For a mild college?
You have met the qualifications for the school. You are now enrolled. Your resources will decrease by $100 every time you access the college icon. Cover tuition and college-related costs.
Alright. Can I get 1 minute while I go to the toilet?
Sure. Can I get 1 minute?
Don't know why I keep asking. Thanks.
Yeah. This is a spur-of-the-moment choice whenever I woke up today. Because we were batting around like a few different things, especially by the end of the last week's stream. From more Stardew Valley to Ironsworn RPG, but I thought he might dig this choices and consequences thing. This character creation, because that's what this is, long drawn-out character creation. Made by a judgy asshole. And along the way, we got to once again remark on the error in that fucking instruction manual. How dare it? If I ever do this again with someone in years, it's gonna be wrong again. We're gonna have that experience all over again. It's gonna be great. Oh. This game has been like remade and published on Steam, but this is the DOS version. So far, he has avoided death. We've certainly had some dangerous situations, though. It's me. I'm thinking about it. I don't know when the next Daggerfall broadcast is going to be. I thought about doing it last week, but so many things happened around life. So many things. Right side, we are embarking on another local recording adventure, if nothing else, King's Bounty. So hooray! Not like there's too much of a hurry getting that Daggerfall stream done, since I'll have the playthrough done with the last session, or should. Gave enough time for folks to provide feedback on where they wanted Cigar Baby to go to. Yeah, really, I actually... it certainly does look like that, but I don't actually care for that, so I'm, disagree with you. Post your opinion. And the next episode of that's actually going to be published at the top of the hour. 35 minutes from now? Yeah. Conceived and created by Peter J. Favaro, PhD. Produced by James Charn. Apple and IBM versions programmed by Cotwit and Associates, Carrie Shetline and William Quebec. Macintosh and Commodore versions programmed by Unimec, Incorporated, E.C. Horvath. Original programming by Mark Hunt. Original graphics by Jersey Cow Software Company, Incorporated. Hey there, Pan Anning. We're currently on break time while Dan loses himself in the restroom. We've just started young adulthood. Been going for about 3 hours. I am going to miss the cold temperatures. Spring is in the air, plants are having sex everywhere. It's fucking tragic. It's actually going to be getting... like, it's past noon now, but by the time, like, 6 p.m. rolls around, so 6 hours from now, it's going to be 18 degrees hotter outside. The heat is coming. Humidity is gonna fucking choke the landscape. Why is my phone ringing? Hold on. Alright. Engaged a bit of resolution there. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Thursday, the high here is supposed to be 30 degrees Celsius. It's gonna be great. 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Joy to the world. Snow. What a novel concept. I thought maybe we might have had a snow day this winter. Such was not to be. Congratulations on returning.
It was a tough journey, but I was able to fly back.
It certainly took longer than a minute.
Yeah, sorry. Gotta wash your hands, you know?
That's right. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds.
We're being told, is it 20? Oh, right back. I kid, of course. Continue. Okay, so we got into college.
Yeah, and we can start having our college experiences.
Cool. And can we? How much money do I have?
That much.
It's not bad. Not bad. Um,
Probably going to be
I still
enough
have
to
a job,
afford-
correct?
Yeah, you still have a job. As a law assistant.
Can I get a better job?
Well, I mean, maybe, but if you want to juggle that with your college classes.
You're not wrong.
But I mean, there are certainly plenty of folks who do that. You could just be another one of them.
you know, let's just enjoy college for the time being and all.
Mhm.
Low paid job. Let's get those hearts in.
Oh, so you don't want to enjoy college?
Oh, do I have to choose a major? Do I?
You can have
Never
college
mind.
experiences.
Oh, have a college experience.
The drama club is putting on a production. They are asking for people to come down, join the club, and audition. Are you interested?
Yep.
For what kind of part would you like to try out?
Let's go for some technical stuff in the background.
So much for role playing, right?
Bald eagle.
You get the
the
job and
background.
become an important. That's not horrible. I don't appreciate you adding new definitions to the bald eagle. You get the job and it become an important part of the behind-the-scenes operation of the play. Your confidence and social scores rise, but they were pretty high anyway. Now Dan didn't choose a major. You don't have to choose one of those for a while, though. Like real life. Okay. You are driving a car with a friend when he runs over a dog. He seems rather insensitive about it and doesn't stop the car.
Angry and tell him to stop the car.
He tells you not to worry about a stupid dog that was running around loose.
Tell him that our friendship is at stake.
He lets the car screech to a stop and says, if you want to help that stupid dog, go help it and walk home.
I get out of the car.
Your friend drives away. You can't believe how insensitive he is. What a jerk.
The dog lived. I flew him to a vet. Middle one.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Do you wish to continue?
Sure.
Friend asks if you would be kind enough to drop off a package at the house of someone he knows lives close to you.
Okay. Cooperate and deliver the package.
You arrive at the address. It is a huge split-level house with a Rolls-Royce, a Jaguar, and a Porsche parked in the driveway. You ring the bell and an older, very attractive woman comes to the door in a sheer negligee. She has evidently just stepped out of the shower. You deliver the package and turn to walk away. She asks you if you would like to stop in for a drink.
Stop in for a drink? We're in college.
Sit down on the couch and make yourself comfortable. She asks you what kind of drink you would like.
Got any coffee? Something hot.
She fixes your drink and places it down a long marble table. As you scan the room, you notice expensive-looking artwork. Vases or vases, rugs, sculptures on every wall and in every corner. She invites you into the adjoining rumpus room, which is filled with hunting trophies. Lion's heads, some elephant tusks, a zebra skin. Her husband is an avid lover of the sport, but she thinks it's barbaric. You finish your drink.
Cool. I excuse myself. Thanks very much.
Get the feeling that sticking around might have made you a permanent part of the rumpus room? Sometimes being paranoid can save your own rumpus, so to speak.
Yep, I could see my head mounted on the walls. Yeah, let's check college. Let's have another college experience.
Your philosophy professor is delivering a lecture on the image of today's man. He describes the present generation of young adults as morally weak and unable to take a stand. He criticizes them by saying they are apathetic, naive, even misanthropic, concerned with gathering resources and acquiring worldly goods and unconcerned with the larger issues of truth, existence, and real love. How will you react to such a lecture? Possibly with an eye roll, because old people have been saying that about young people forever.
Write him off as pompous. Write him off as pompous and bombastic.
His style may be a bit melodramatic, but listen to what he is saying. Aren't you part of the same world he was talking about? Don't you want a Porsche and a house on the beach?
No.
Like I said, game being preachy there.
As Dr. Asshole writes from his fucking beach house.
Yes.
The heart in the north, please.
Lately, nothing seems to be going right for you. It seems as though no one understands you or cares about you. People want things from you but get nothing in return. Life is miserable, and sometimes you don't even feel like waking up in the morning.
Jeez. I guess I'm depressed and I seek help.
Do you seek help?
I fly for help.
Everyone goes through periods like this once in a while. I'm glad you've decided to turn to someone to help you get through it. Who would you like to get help from?
A professional.
Professional is likely to tell you that depression is really anger turned inward. It's a common response to loss, whether in the form of someone moving away or dying, or in the form of a loss of love, as in the case of someone who has rejected you. Tolerating such a loss can be difficult. You may have some sleepless nights, problems with your appetite, or feel just plain lousy. You have to explore past relationships to discover new ways of coping with or expressing your feelings. It might take some time, but as a result, your overall life will improve. Do you think you would like to try psychotherapy?
Sure.
A wise choice. You can see...
Behaviorist or psycho? Psycho.
The psychoanalytic therapist points out your tendency to use your depression to satisfy certain needs in unhealthy ways. He shows you your defenses and helps you explore your past. You might discuss your dreams during the sessions, and you would certainly explore your history of growing up and your relationships with parents or guardians. It is an educational and enlightening experience, one you might want to choose to continue even after your depression lifts. Life spheres improve across the board.
Woo! How's my money?
Terrified of the money suddenly vanishing after that. Nah!
Oh, college experience, baby.
You've just realized that you will never have the time to do a political science term paper that is due in 3 days. You are approached by someone with a pencil-thin mustache who will gladly sell you a term paper and guarantee at least a P. The cost is $5.
$5? Can I ask for an extension from a political science professor, please?
Your professor sees that you are sincere. Your gentleness characteristic helps you get a 1-week extension.
Bam. $5 up. Social, please.
You are given the opportunity to participate in a charity fundraiser, which will be used to provide food and shelter to orphan children. You decide to help out, even in the most minimal capacity. It will take a large amount of time, and possibly your resources.
Regretfully too busy, but I'll give you a donation.
Your time and talent would have been far more valuable than a donation. The children of the orphanage need human contact almost as much as they need the food and shelter. Now, sometimes, it doesn't matter how much time you donate to a cause, they genuinely and sincerely need the money. But in this case...
And they can have $100.
Thank you.
Go fuck yourself. Get fucked, what I say. You know what? College experience.
Yeah, you gave them as much money as you spend on a college experience. Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Harry Barber is an acquaintance who has taken a few of the same classes you have. She's a petite brunette with gorgeous green eyes, a nice smile, and a slim, athletic body. She approaches you on campus and asks if you would be interested in helping paint her dormitory room.
Huh. Sure.
Would I be interested in helping you paint? Sure, why not? I love painting. It's great. During the course of the afternoon, you get to know one another very well. You work together in close quarters. The room is very small. Painting your dormitory room, by the way. No, we're just gonna move on. Like, I certainly wouldn't have been allowed to modify my dormitory room. No. A lot of, like that. A lot of accidental touching and bumping occurs during the day. You aren't sure, but you think that Perry is coming on to you.
Those are two very strong, different options.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Dan? Why do you say yes to these things?
Fine, we should shower.
You're a smooth operator. She accepts the two of you take a nice, warm, romantic shower together. I'll leave what comes after the shower to your imagination.
Woo! Breakfast, hopefully. Some with bacon in. Hot, please.
You're walking down a poorly lit street late at night when you see a teenage boy mugging an elderly man.
Oh, man, I'm gonna get stabbed. Angry. Help the old man.
What would you be willing to do?
Hit him over the head with something. Sounds like I'm going to jail. Hit him in the head with something. I'm going to jail.
You barely take 2 steps toward the boy when he spots you approaching and runs away. This potentially dangerous experience ends rather peacefully. The old man hugs you lightly. He was terrified.
I saved him.
Yeah, that was the mild wild. The mild wild we've all come to love.
You don't want me to get mild.
I'm gonna nickname him on Steam now. I'm gonna call him Mild Wild.
For the eventual new next rebrand, I'll rename myself just Mild Wild. Going into the Mild Wild ride.
Yeah, what kind of sauce do you want? I'll take it mild wild, please. Just be mild? No. Mild wild.
I want it wild, but not too wild. Mild, wild mouth. Anyway, social or let's go looking for a girlfriend, an actual girlfriend.
Oh, I mean, you are unattached. It makes sense.
I'm 21.
Your calmness has gone up so mightily. It's incredible.
I found peace. I want to get away from those fucking kids in school.
All right, we're gonna try to meet someone.
Yeah, we're gonna meet on someone. It's gonna work out.
Where do you want to meet them? School, work, someplace other than those two.
At work.
Whom would you like to meet? How about some new ladies here?
Okay, that's Gigi.
Not Gigi, huh? Gigi.
Gigi.
You have chosen to meet her. She's not very trustworthy or gentle, but she is calm, not very happy, moderately confident, moderately attractive. She's in charge of one of the departments of work. She accepts to go on a date.
All right. Well, let's not move too quickly. Go for the social one above. Oh, yes.
A bunch of your friends con you into going to a bar that features couch dancing. Couch dancing is where a woman clad only in a G-string stands on a couch while you support her by the ankles. Once she is in this position, she dances for your entertainment pleasure. After the girl finishes her dance, she invites you into the back room for a relaxing massage. It becomes clear that she is a prostitute offering her services.
I don't like the third option. I'm not disgusted. But let's just go curious but not certain, and then tell her that you are not a paying customer. Yeah, basically say no.
She removes her G-string and asks if that changes your mind.
It does not. Pass.
Not gonna get your bald eagle head polished. Your model of self-control.
The tests that will have to come afterwards, I'm not really.
Oh, okay.
For.
You sleep around with all these other ladies.
Well, that wasn't even by choice. That just seems to happen. Like I'm not even. Okay, the last one, that one. That wasn't the one choice.
It just seems to happen.
Last time I remember, I Frenched a girl and she got angry with me.
Yeah, that's right, Boo Bear. Just a happy little accident.
Just a little bit of
whoa, mild wild, baby. It just lost control there.
Let us go on it. Let's spend some time with Gigi.
She's taken a friendly liking to a guy at work. They go out to lunch about 3 times a week. Do you trust her? She wasn't very trustworthy.
No.
You shouldn't be so jealous. It brings down your confidence characteristic. Also makes you tyrannical in your relationship. You shouldn't try to dictate who she wants to see as a friend and vice versa. Even though,
sorry, Gigi.
even though the game has reinforced, all these untrustworthy ladies that you keep running into. But what do I
Okay,
know, right?
let's go with family.
Your mother calls you to tell you that your father is in very poor spirits lately. He's lost his job.
I'm sad.
Sad.
And I'll talk to him about it.
What is the one thing you would like to tell him most?
Yeah, let's go with the third one. Tell him that we love him. We love you, Dad. You're still the best dad.
Dad looks at you and large tears begin to roll down his leathery face. He squints hard to keep them in, but they come rushing down the side of his face in long streams. This might make you feel badly. If it does, it only means that you are empathizing with him, which makes him feel better.
Aww, Hoth.
I'm sorry, in order to play through this vignette, you need to have a steady relationship with a girlfriend. You may try again later.
Okay, well, let's break up with... let's try and spend one more time with Gigi.
Let's break up with her. No, let's spend more time with her.
Give one more chance, one more try.
This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
Sure.
You're
Gigi.
sitting in her living room. The lights are low, and the two of you are very cozy. She begins to get very romantic. You respond in kind. She explains that she would really like to make love with you, but doesn't have any birth control. What will you do?
Let's just go with the first one.
That's a nice alternative. The two of you chose a safe, sensible way out of your dilemma.
Smart. See, Gigi's not that bad now for a college experience.
You may apply for financial aid for college. You interested?
Do I need financial aid?
No.
No, I'm good. Alright, spend some more time with Gigi.
She admits that every so often when the two of you are being romantic, she makes believe that you are a famous movie star. How do you feel about this?
That sounds about mild wild. It's okay.
Actually, this is quite common. It's quite a common way for people, both men and women, to add variety to their relationships. Not actively seeking someone new. I'm glad you were open enough to accept it. Now, what if I told you the name of the famous movie star is Flipper? Just kidding, just kidding.
Good movie, man. Okay, work, please.
You are trying to move ahead as quickly as possible in your vocational life, but it's rough. The more honest, hard work you do, the more time you spend spinning your wheels and getting no place fast. An opportunity arises for you to move ahead. It comes unexpectedly. A highly influential person slips up. Capitalize on this error, move ahead, but if you do, this person's life will be ruined.
Oh.
You're in the law business, Dan. Daniel the Danniest Esquire.
Like, when we say ruin is like ruining them.
Destroy this person's life. They'll have to rebuild it. It might never recover.
Oh. But
severe public and private
We're
shame.
making decent money in the paper. No. We'll be non-aggressive and we will maybe aggressive but avoid destroying the guy's life.
Ask the answer of who made this game. It's Peter J. Favaro, PhD. Oh, you said not aggressive?
I said aggressive, but avoid destroying this guy's life.
This game is gonna fucking scold you for making an inappropriate response, Dan. That's not how that works.
Fine. Let's be non-aggressive and avoid destroying this dickhead's life.
You remain exactly where you are vocationally. You'll probably adhere to the belief that hard work will eventually get you someplace. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Yeah, I aggressively avoid ruining you.
And the social card, please.
Alright, which one?
On the right.
As a party, you meet a group of people who are into the artsy side of life. They're extremely analytical people who express themselves creatively. Some are artists, other dancers. Some self-styled Renaissance people. They're apolitical, non-materialistic, and consider the best decisions one's made on the spur of the moment. They're certainly different.
I'm impressed. And then I will try to become more like them.
You can't do it. Emotionally, you aren't capable of making such a drastic change in personality.
Well, we'll have a try. College experience.
As a way of making pocket money, will your friends suggest a tuck-in service? For $3, you or your friend will tuck in a female student living in one of the dormitories and read her a bedtime story. Does this sound like something you would like to try?
That sounds weird. Sure.
Socially, you have the finesse necessary to convince a young woman to let you into her room and read her a bedtime story. You have the self-control necessary to stop yourself from jumping under the covers with your clients. As a result, you build up a popular business. You get $500.
I did it!
Good work.
Mild, wild readings.
That's right. Wow. That's what the farm needs to be called. Mild Wild.
Mild Farms. Do you like some Mild Wild Mayo? It's good stuff. Let's go see Gigi.
But it sounds better than Mandate.
This wine. It's mildly wild.
Well, on a date with her, you discover that you have forgotten your wallet. What do you do?
Oh. Yeah, I just admit that I forgot my card.
She teases you a bit, but comes through in the morning. In the morning? Damn it, Grimith. As embarrassing as it is, the two of you become closer as a result.
Alright. Ask Gigi out. We're gonna go steady.
You make a handsome couple.
Me and Gigi. Okay, let's go for the social.
A friend of yours since grammar school has gotten mixed up in a series of bad deals, poor judgments, and impulsive harebrained schemes. He calls you up on the phone sounding very desperate and asks you for a $500 loan.
Who is this?
A friend of yours from grade grammar school. You know, one of those people.
School?
Yeah.
Fuck off. I'll pity him and give him a loan. That's what the loan's for.
He tells you that he knows of a surefire way to make a lot of money. He's going to raise chinchillas in his basement at home for fun and profit. He has a book on it.
No.
He's crushed. Now he has to get a real job.
The work, please.
You have the opportunity to attend a conference that might provide you with information that will get you further ahead in your field.
Okay, interested. And let's go to the conference.
The cost of the conference is $500.
Yeah, I made that in reading bedtime stories. Let's go.
It's true, you did. It's boring and unsatisfying. You have wasted your money.
Oh. Okay, what's north? Let's spend some more time with Gigi. Gigi.
Okay. She has an annoying habit that grates on your nerves. Whenever you go out to a restaurant, she licks her fingers at the table and sometimes makes loud sucking noises. What do you intend to do about this?
Don't
touch your face, Dan says.
Leave her alone. God. Leave her alone.
What a sport. You must really be crazy about her. Just make sure you are always seated in a quiet little nook off in the corner. The two of you will be just fine.
Look, if she eats like weird, that means I get to have something I get to do for meals. Like no more knives and forks for me.
Is that how that works? That might not be how it works.
As a man who's been in a stable, functional relationship for however long I've been in a stable.
Good, you remember your anniversary. That's great.
Literally, I think it's going to been like 10 years soon. Woo! Take the heart in the middle, please. Oh no, actually no. You need to go through the. Yeah, just do the heart.
A friend from high school calls you up in a very serious tone of voice. She says she needs to speak with you about something right away. Her life is falling apart and you are the only one who can help her.
High school? Don't give a fuck. Oh.
can't help you fix yourself, but at least I can say
Yeah.
I tried.
I'm sympathetic, but I don't want. But I don't want the responsibility. Sorry. I've got a life with Gigi going on.
I guess what you are saying is that you are a bit frightened by her plea for help, but you're not sure if you are the one who can help her. At this point, would you...
Suggest professional help?
A thoughtful choice. Helping someone through a crisis alone can become a tremendous responsibility. She may come to rely on your direction. She may begin to lean on you so that you begin to feel responsible for her, even though you do not actively try to give her advice. While I don't want to say that a person can resolve a crisis only by seeking professional help, it is often the best way.
Yes, Dr. Asshole. North, please.
You're about to spend the afternoon catching up on some work when your steady partner reminds you of a promise you made to go shopping with her to pick out a birthday present for her mother. You did promise, but right now catching up on your work seems to be a higher priority. Your partner doesn't seem to understand that she keeps saying, "You promised."
Well, then be guilty and go shopping.
Your guilt really masks anger at your partner for tearing you away from something important or to do something you think is not important. You will resent her for doing things like this, but it really isn't her fault. You could have stayed home.
The heart again, please.
The thought occurs to you that it might be interesting to travel to a faraway place for a little while and experience new things. Someone suggests joining the Peace Corps.
Yeah, okay. Stimulated by the notion, and then contact them for more information. Just information that I'm going to get sent.
A representative tells you that you will be spending a portion of your life working in one of any number of settings. The task that seems right for you is working in an agricultural community in an underdeveloped nation. Be very few, if any, economic rewards. As a matter of fact, you'll probably lose out financially because what you could have been earning in a more traditional job in this country. I like how you enrolled in college, you've had a few experiences while you've been dabbling in other things, and now maybe in joining the Peace Corps.
I'm exploring my options while I'm young.
Yeah, emotionally satisfying experiences, though, and a knowledge you devoted a small portion of your life to helping others, Dan.
Well, we'll see how later with Gigi goes. Just he keeps making those noises after, just fly away.
It's not like this card's gonna come back, Dan.
Oh, so it's even now or never.
Yeah, like the summer of '69, Dan. Those were the best days of my life.
Let's go. We got money.
Your girlfriend doesn't want you to go and doesn't want to go with you either. She says that if you leave her to go to some underdeveloped country, she will break up with you.
Oh, it's the one that got away.
You still want to go?
Oh, would we stay for Gigi?
Can't really blame her for not wanting to go, yeah?
If it was Sophie, I'd stay. Well, this Gigi? No.
Hey, Polar Dash. How's it going, man?
Can I have a poll?
Yeah.
I need help on this one.
Oh, let me
Can
fire
I
up a poll for it. Yep, phone a friend. Sure.
What to do about Gigi?
I have lobbed a poll at chat. Binary choice
wild,
poll.
mild, or are we mildly wild? Which one is it? No. Ooh. So long, Gigi.
Think of, the fact you're going steady with your boyfriend and girlfriend, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think you got the feedback that you wanted.
All right. Goodbye, Gigi.
Finish poll. Hide it from the overlay.
And away we go.
Okay, that's the way you want it. Your girlfriend leaves before you even get accepted to go. Now you decided to join the Peace Corps, your qualifications must be considered. You certainly have the intellectual skills. You really aren't sensitive enough to do this kind of work. So you don't get to go, and you've broken up with her. Because that's how it works.
Well, that's not mild wild at all. College experience.
That's not wild well at all. This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature, Dan.
Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, sure.
He doesn't have to put up the finger licker anymore. There's a concert in the student center. You have made arrangements to go with your friend Bobby and his new girlfriend Linda. You must meet them in Bobby's dorm room, then go with him to pick up your date. You arrive on time, but Bobby and Linda are a bit rumpled in appearance. You have interrupted a romantic interlude. Bobby excuses himself so that he can shower and get ready for the concert. Linda is still glassy-eyed from tumbling around the room. There is a moment of uncomfortable silence. Bobby walks down the hall to the showers. Linda moves close to you and tells you that you have a bad sense of timing. Would you like to finish what Bobby started?
That's gross. I can tell them that I am not that. No.
Linda accuses
That's
you of being
gross, Wild.
overly mellow. You wonder if Bobby knows what he has gotten himself into.
That's all yours, Bobby. Okay, let's go try and meet someone again.
I gotta say, your knack of developing friendships, I questioned. All these friends you have who have all these... Well, what do I know, right?
Well, they think they're friends. I just have memories of hating them from school.
It's true, you do.
And let's try and meet someone at work again.
Okay, who will it be this time?
We could always crawl back to Gigi, but we will move on and let's go Power Rangers, Kimberly.
She is very trustworthy, not very gentle, not very
Ah.
calm, moderately happy, not very confident, not very attractive. She is also in charge of one of the departments of work. You ask her for a date, she accepts.
Let's go spend some time with her.
Not a whole lot of Kimberlys, no. As often happens in relationships, she begins to gain access to your personal life. Want to know what she finds out?
Sure.
She finds out that you still play with toy boats when you sit in the tub. Now that's personal.
Hey, that's my wild bath time.
You're mild,
my
wild.
bath time. Okay, let's go up. What have we got in the hair? Go for the hall first.
There's a local blood drive. Want to donate some?
Sure. Give some blood. And I'm generous.
You are
Take
a brave
all my
soul.
blood.
The nurse is a foxy redhead with a short uniform skirt and a cute wiggle in her walk. Your heart is beating faster already. You will only feel a little pinprick, she says. She leans over you and tightens the tourniquet, resting her long, thin fingers on your bare arm. Her nails are painted cherry red. After 15 minutes, she offers you a snack to get you back on your feet. At this point, I'm sure you wouldn't mind donating another 40 pints or so, but you'll need to keep some for yourself.
Let's do the family.
While you are doing some grocery shopping, you run into a high school friend who is wheeling around a small child. He is the same age as you, and is a
Okay,
father.
well, I just want to point out that anytime this game says that a high school friend, know that it means some dick you knew in school. Happy, but I'm thankful I'm not a father.
Not now, buddy. This is not for you. Maybe someday after you've done a little more traveling, or after you have sown a few more wild oats. Right now, you wouldn't trade places with him for anything.
Nope. Let's spend a bit more time with Kimberly.
Kimberly has a dog named Beefcakes, whom she loves more than anything else in the world. Beefcakes is a presumptuous pet. He's fond of removing pieces of your body that he presumes to be of no use to you. They've been included. These have included on various occasions pieces of arm, leg, toe, and whatever else happens to fall into his cavernous jaws. Kimberly is thankful that Beefcakes likes you so. What do you think about this?
Between me and Beefcakes, yeah. Oof. Oh, this is no. The first one. Oh wait, whoa! I should keep it quiet. If I came down to between me and you, I would be. Yeah, the first one. We don't come in between a lady and her dogs.
Wimp. By the time the two of you get serious, you may be missing one of your most valuable parts.
Well, that's car we're gonna break up with her now.
Okay.
Mark another one off the list.
27. We're still a law office assistant, still in college.
God, I'm so alone.
Juggling
How do
this.
I get out of college?
You need to finish college.
Oh, how do I finish college? Oh, I have to go through the cards. Well, last time, you know what?
How do I finish college? Many people have asked this question.
Okay, well then, just go to the top of the cards and see if we can get something done.
What do you mean the top of the cards? You don't even have to go to college to begin with in this game, and you chose to. It's not in the cards.
Oh, well, how do I finish it?
You need to have some college experiences.
I've done lots of college experiences.
You haven't done enough to graduate.
All right, I keep doing college experiences till we graduate. We need to get out of college.
We also haven't chosen a major if you're interested in that.
Oh, should we do that? Choose a major. What are my skills? Let's go for social science. No, social science will be like empathy, won't it? Liberal art.
I mean, social studies doesn't really require empathy.
Okay. And social ed. Social science.
You sure?
Yes.
You're obviously interested in people, attitudes, and the study of life as an experience. If you don't become soured by cynicism, you might gain great insight into yourself and others. Unless you intend to teach or go to graduate school, you may have difficulty finding a job with the same rewards that your course of study provides.
Okay. Get those college experiences.
This semester, you must decide where you would like to live now that you are in college.
Where have I been living for the past 5 years?
Apparently, you can't live off campus in an apartment next to the fucking... Like, that's not an option, no.
Then I will live on the campus.
You're assigned a roommate named Tony Castano. When you walk into the room, a beautiful, shapely brunette walks out of the bathroom wrapped in just a towel. Her name is Tony Castano. Looks like the people who assign rooms made a bit of a mistake. She is the free-spirited type. She says she is willing to make the best of this if you are. Would you like to try?
Oh, yes.
Do you think you would like to try anything romantic with her?
Oh, yes.
I don't blame you, she is a fox. However, she's not that type of fox. She is madly in love with a tennis pro who travels around the world and calls her about once a month. Be prepared to take a lot of cold showers.
Continue.
The student government organization is gathering to hold a meeting. Are you interested in running for a school office?
Sure.
You have just the right mix of social skills and aggressiveness to be a confident school leader. Your expressiveness characteristic shows that you quickly become a great speech maker. Your thoughtfulness characteristic shows that you attend to the needs of the students well and have a successful term in office. As a result, lots of domains increase.
Sweet.
During a college vacation break, you bump into a person who used to be a good friend in high school. He chose to skip college and find a job. He's now working as a machine maintenance engineer at a local plant in your old hometown. Try to converse with him, he seems distant and aloof. Almost resentful.
Ask him what's on his mind.
He says, "What would you care? Besides, you have the easy life in college now. You would never understand my worries."
Dude, I'm like almost 28 and I'm still in college. Why don't you go get fucked? Ask him if he wants to talk about it anyway.
Your sincerity causes him to see that he has treated you in a rude fashion. He admits that his life is very difficult now. He has bills to pay and other responsibilities he really wasn't ready for. His life is routine and he gets little enjoyment out of his work. Seeing you sparks some envy in him, but soon your friendship is renewed. He only criticized you because he felt you might be looking down on him because he didn't go to college. Move he regrets now. Your patience brings down his defenses and motivates him to take a closer look at his life.
Ha. Continue.
As a way of earning extra money, a friend of yours suggests that you pose nude for a Hunks of Academia calendar being put together by some business majors. Fee for doing the job is $100.
It's only $100 I make now.
You would never
Yeah.
lower yourself like this for a meager $100. I mean, you tucked young woman into bed for $500. Why do this for $100?
Exactly. Well,
You're
we
too
got a side
proud.
business.
Poor, maybe, but proud. Poor. Poor. Nonsense.
I'm rich.
Even though we have no resources. We've bought no material possessions. You and your favorite female companion have just spent the night together in the comfort of her dormitory room. You're awakened by a loud ring of the telephone. As you struggle to sound coherent on the phone, you recognize the familiar voices of her parents on the other end of the line. They ask you how you are and say, "Surprise, we're downstairs and coming right up."
Oh, balls. Okay. Stay in bed and let them see you in your natural states.
A time where, all legal, a time where parents could just show up and not have to be checked in at the door or anything.
Let's get dressed, but don't try to hide anything.
Okay. And it's very honest of you. I wonder how our parents will take it. For shame. Is this what you're going to college for, they wonder? How do you think it feels for parents to come to their own child's room and be hit over the head with the evidence of their baby daughter's sexual exploits? Your visit is ruined. They'll probably get over it. Remember, they came on their own. Next time, they will probably give you fair warning.
Damn fucking right. We all learn something.
All learn
Mainly
something.
them.
Call ahead. Congratulations, you've graduated. You did it, then! Yay! 29.
Yay.
Spent fucking 10 years in college.
Alright, time for a better job.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, what can we buy?
I don't
The
know.
worldly possessions.
Let me
Let's go
save
for
the game for you. That's enough of that. A wonderful world of major purchases. Spin, spin, spin. Salesperson will be Bob Roberts. What would you like to purchase?
Ooh. A computer?
A computer. Okay. You can purchase 3 computers.
Oh, wow.
512K with 10 megabyte
the
hard
big
disk.
one.
My fucking god. What the fuck? 10 megabyte hard disk. Could actually fit this game on there. Your new 512K computer becomes a powerful, useful tool. It helps you vocationally and intellectually. Would you like to pay for this with cash, credit, or don't buy?
Cash.
Cash. Thank you for cashing in on this once-in-a-lifetime value. Come again soon.
Alright. Let's go carry on with the normal cards for the time being.
Okay, you're not wanting to go for that new job?
Actually, yes. Job first. Sorry.
I'm going to apply for a full-time job. After we quit this job. Which, desire for career change, is that appropriate?
Yes.
Good luck in finding something better.
I will. Been here for 11 years.
What employment area are you interested in?
I would like... entrepreneur.
Damn it, Boo Bear. Congratulations, you start work immediately. You are an entrepreneur. Wink.
Yes.
Physical's still rough.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
you know.
Well, there we go. We're
I'm
already
so
up to
calm.
$9,000, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so you want some cards. You want to go up here for cards?
Yeah. How
Okay.
high?
You are at a restaurant with 3 of your friends, and it is time to pay the check. The bill is $25. Allow another $5 for a tip.
Be generous. Offer to pick up the tab.
What a guy! Resources decline. Oh no, my $25.
Oh no. So expensive.
So here's the attitude I like to take in restaurants with friends, people. I don't like to spend time fucking dividing the check. Just like, I'll take it this time, you take all the thing next time, and so on and so forth.
North, please.
You've been invited to a party at the home of an acquaintance. When you arrive at the party, you notice that you and your companion have virtually nothing in common with the other people there. They dress differently, speak differently, and listen to a different kind of music. In the same room as everyone else, you seem separate from them. You still haven't spoken to a single person after an hour.
At ease and mingle, please.
You're comfortable with your personality and your ability to make an impression socially. Your status sheet suggests that is a fairly accurate appraisal of yourself. Many of the people in the room are from foreign countries. The information you gain about them is fascinating and rewarding.
Sweet. And let's do the physical.
Looking in the mirror one morning, you rub your upper lip and imagine what it may be like to grow a mustache.
Grow a mustache. Become curious and grow a mustache.
What kind of mustache would you like to grow? I certainly don't have these fucking options to grow these things.
Full, I think we want the Fu Manchu.
Okay. Your confidence characteristic shows that you're capable of enduring the comments that people make when you change your looks. More sensitive people say things like, have you done something different with your hair lately? People who aren't as sensitive ask you what that thing hanging off your face is. It's funny the way a man's life has changed, just by deciding not to remove something that he never asked for in the first place and can't help growing. You see yourself as a different person, more dashing perhaps, or mysterious. You look especially classy during that period where you realize that food sticks to facial hair. 100% accurate. One evening you attend a show with a piece of carrot. Carrot, not the worst thing. Not even remotely a worse thing. Good lord. Carrot? I said you can just easily, like, brush off. How about something that adheres to the follicles on your face? How about that? Like, waffle pancake syrup.
Pancake.
Where are we going from here?
Keep going north.
Harry Shiner is the kindly old man who owns the candy store near the grade school you attended. Whenever you pass the store, you are reminded of the times he put an extra piece of candy in your hand without charging you. Let you run up a tab if you were a penny or two short, or called your mom to give you a ride home if you missed the school bus. Lately, when you pass the old shop, you notice the lights are out.
Suspicious. Get information about Harry.
He asks the school crossing guard. She has seen him. She mentions that he has probably gone to Florida for a vacation. This doesn't sound right to you. Because he takes vacation when the kids are off from school. And school's in session these days.
Seek more information.
You know that Harry's sister lives upstairs in the candy store. You knock on her door and ask about Harry. How do you feel?
I'm calm. I don't care that much about Harry. I'm just interested.
Harry's been thinking about selling the business and retiring to Florida. It would seem like part of the neighborhood is going along with him. Offered to buy the candy store. All right, where are we
I'm going to try and meet someone for me.
All right.
And at work.
Meet someone at work? Whom?
Okay, same people. Let's go with... let's go for Bridget.
Old Bree here. Very trustworthy, very gentle, very calm, very happy, moderately confident, not very attractive. She works directly for the boss.
Ooh. Let's spend some time with her.
Boss entrepreneur. While out on a date with her, she mentions that she's been doing a lot of thinking about what it would be like to be married. What do you have to say about this? Well, that happened fast.
Wow.
We all have dreams. That's like something I would say. It's good to have dreams.
Go for the second one, please. The aha, oh, ha.
That's definitely you. What's the matter? Can't got your tongue? Calm down. Saying the word marriage to some people can have the same effect as trying to blow dry your hair with one foot in the bathtub. Just only talking about it for crying out loud.
Spend more time with her. Let's make,
There are no more of these experiences for this module. You've gone through them all.
All right then. Well, bugger. Carry on. We'll be single.
Well, I mean, you're not single. I'm just not going steady.
Okay. Ask her to go steady. We're desperate.
Mega handsome couple.
Good. That'll do for now. Alright.
Now you're steady with Bridget.
Me and good old Bridget.
You've been thinking about the kind of impression you make on people.
I'm satisfied and pat myself on the back.
A little bit of self-praise never hurt anyone. Let's just try to keep it in perspective.
Let's do the middle physical, please.
You haven't had a physical checkup for quite some time.
Unconcerned, but we'll go to the doctor.
Period between adolescence and early adulthood is one of the life periods that poses the least threat to people physically. Doctor checks you over from head to toe. Your health is absolutely perfect. You're in good shape.
Woo!
Woo! 71% physical. Yay!
Hey.
Acquisitions.
Wow. Wow, I'm rich.
What wealth?
Let's buy some more stuff.
All right. Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases, Dan. What would you like to
Let's
buy?
see. Automobile.
An automobile? 5 times the automobiles you can buy, Dan.
Get a new sports car.
What a show off. The truth is you'll probably never have the chance to live it up in a sports car more. Now, if you can afford it, enjoy it.
Buy with cash.
Thank you for cashing in on this once-in-a-lifetime value.
Sweet. How much money do I have left?
17,000.
Let's go back and buy something.
Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases, Dan.
Let's see.
What do you want to buy?
I would like to buy. Toys and goodies for the kids and wife.
You don't have a wife and kids, Dan.
Video equipment. Yeah, video equipment.
You can purchase one of 2 setups.
We got the super expensive one. VCR.
Yeah, with 14 functions and a handheld video camera.
Oh, no.
Your new VCR has freeze frame, still shot capability, slow-mo, super slow-mo, incredibly slow-mo, and numerous other features. Your camera helps justify your need for recording events and possessions.
Good stuff.
Cash?
Alright, cash, please.
Cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Dan.
Okay, physical.
You've just won $250 in a fishing tournament, Dan.
Cash money. The Hearth in the North.
Wild driver cuts you off on the highway.
We're calm. Let him go.
Have you ever driven before, Dan?
No, only in GTA. That's why I've never alone.
I hadn't figured you had, considering the urban European life you live. This person is a crazy man. He had a gun and would have tried to kill you if you'd messed with him. You're smart to hold your temper, even though you would have liked to run him off the road.
Last one.
You're at a large department store shopping for some clothing. When you left the house this morning, you didn't have time to shave. So you look at just a bit on the... Let me tell you, I've had plenty of time to shave over the past. It's been a while now. It's been a few years now. Oh, shit. Good question for the salesperson, but you can't seem to attract his attention. Every time you say, excuse me, he says, just a minute, sir, and chats with another salesperson about what seems to be a social matter rather than a business matter.
Let's just be assertive and get the store manager.
It's the store man. He is the manager.
Oh, then what the fuck?
Write a strongly
Store?
worded letter.
Yeah, alright. Leave that store.
His father owns the store. You don't even get the satisfaction of reply. Nepotism!
What a bunch of buggers. Alright, what's left?
Well, there of course is action over on the left and right sidebars. But beyond that, you do certainly have a few cards that you left behind.
Okay, do the remaining hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, do him. Yeah,
We'll do this hard.
Yeah.
In a very subtle way, Bridget's family, this one was, like, closed to you because you didn't have a steady relationship, is trying to influence a decision the two of you are trying to make. On the one hand, you can appreciate their input. On the other, you're not sure that you should start allowing them this kind of influence over your lives. The two of you are adults and should be capable of making your own decisions.
I don't want to say compliant. Just confused and tell them that we want to work it out on our own.
Who do you think should tell them that you would like them to keep out of the decision-making process that involves the lives of you and Bridget? Bridget,
they're your family, right? Then you tell them. Well, maybe you know what? The two of us as a couple can do it. It's you know, it's all good.
A good choice. This way it doesn't seem like you are rushing her, pushing her to do something against her parents, or that you are doing all the talking, and Bridget must passively accept whatever you say. There's no guarantee that her parents will agree with the two of you, but they should respect your decision. Waiting for Dan to angrily go along with their advice. Fucking fine, I'll do it! God!
This isn't mild or wild. Okay. Spend some time with Bridget if we can.
No more of those experiences left, as noted.
Okay. Then, and college is done.
College is done.
And work is fine.
Work is fine.
I can ask to get married, but that seems like a. I'm not quite ready for that yet. I'm only young. I'm only
33? 34?
Oh!
You're 34.
Okay, maybe we should ask if she wants to get married. It's getting too real now, Grimith. Now I'm older than I am.
It's true. You're older than we are. Not by much, though.
I got a nice car though, so it's okay. How much money do I have?
That much.
Cool. All right. Let us see if she wants to. I feel like I'm settling for Bridget, but it'll do. My heart's not fully in it. I gotta. Just saying. Probably wants to spread my wings and fly. All right, but let's do the social one. The social calls that are around, please. Yes.
One of your friends is getting married next Sunday, and you have been invited to his bachelor party. The best man for the wedding has hired a performer for the evening. Her name is Helga, the Norwegian Torch. Her talent is taking off all of her clothes, dousing herself with a flammable liquid, setting herself ablaze, and dancing until the flame burns out. The most amazing aspect of her performance is the fact that she damages neither herself nor her immediate surroundings. After Helga's performance, she relaxes with the people at the party, wearing nothing more than a black G-string. At various intervals during the night, she whispers to a different gentleman at the party, leaves the room with him for about 10 minutes, and returns. She leans over and whispers in your ear that she would like to perform a very bizarre sexual act with you.
I'm in a relationship. I'm not interested.
This is an experience that could have left a long-lasting impression on you in more ways than one. Many people who went with Helga that night were left with a souvenir of the experience. Fortunately, with a few shots of penicillin, it went away.
There you go.
Yeah, Boo Bear, who's the fool now?
Continue with the social cards.
While socializing at a friend's party, you run into someone you had a terrible crush on in 5th grade. She looks even better now than she did back then. She is with a guy who looks like he eats apartment buildings for lunch.
Oh.
Think of the story that comes with that penicillin.
Just ignore her.
Oddly enough, she walks over to you and begins a conversation about the old days. You were introduced to Duke, her date, who excuses himself to look for something to eat. There's a table full of food over there that looks unprotected.
Okay. Let's just make some small talk and excuse myself.
Talk about how things have changed and how everyone has grown up since grade school. Neither of you has kept up with anyone. The conversation soon runs out of steam and you excuse yourself. Besides, Duke is returning from battle and may still be a bit hungry. Never got a chance to find out that it was she who had an even bigger crush on you.
Oh well. Enjoy the Duke.
The Duke, yes. If you're the Duchess, yes.
Is that all the cards?
No, that's not all the cards, Dan. You've taken care of everything down here. Then you have those two there, and that'll be Toto.
Do the family one first.
Because of prior commitments and other factors affecting your life right now, you find that you will not be able to be with your mom and dad during the coming holiday season.
Sad. Call home.
You call home and speak to your parents. There's a quiver in your mom's voice. She tells you that everyone is thinking of you and wishes you were there. You hang up the phone. You reminisce about holidays in your past, the presents, the food, most of all the people. Why is it that all the good things in life always seem to change? You've just passed through young adulthood, Dan.
Woo!
It's may have been a time in your life when family activities took a backseat to establishing some independence. In general, your family relationships are good. You have been healthy. You've probably reached your peak physically. Any abuse you dish out to yourself now is likely to leave its mark. You have wisely chosen to stay away from drinking and drugs to a large extent. This phase of life, some of the issues you have faced are what crowd of people to associate with, and what material items bring recognition from them. Somewhere along the line, you may devote a portion of your life to a worthy social cause, like a charity event, or the Peace Corps. Your social skills are excellent. You're developing a relationship with Bridget. Regarding your emotional personality development, you are a very trustworthy person. Even though we all have our secrets, you're doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control. Wild.
Wow.
You seem to be enjoying yourself, even though you experience the blues every once in a while. It's nice to see that you are not having a depressed, traumatized life. You can be sensible and understanding. You're usually cool, calm, and collected. Vocationally, you're doing well. You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You're not only book smart, you also have plenty of common sense. By this time, you may have been feeling a bit of pressure to achieve, get ahead, or buy a house, or possibly even settle down. You've gone through quite a range of experiences already, but there is a great deal more to come. Welcome to adulthood. Life is short, the art long, opportunity fleeting, experience treacherous, judgment difficult. For any potential future gameplay involving Alter Ego, you have the same cards over there on the left and right, likely with more events with your partner. Plenty of vocational opportunities.
I'm going to have to throw this on my wish list on Steam. I do like these kind of games.
Yeah. Character creation, yes.
They all need your narration.
No, they don't.
They could all be better with it.
Dan is 35. Dan has some strength to him. Dan has plenty of spheres.
I'm so calm.
Dan has money.
I'm so rich.
And a VCR and a car and a computer. Yes, this is the DOS version. But there is certainly an updated version available for acquisition on Steam. Right, VCR with camera. But that will be the end of our Alter Ego time, because after 4 hours, I'm fucking sick of reading through all these things.
Yeah.
Right.
I had fun, and next week will we have... What day is it next week?
I mean...
next Tuesday will
Next Tuesday will certainly, 1.5 of Total War 3 Kingdoms will have come out by then, Dan.
So we might have at least a half an hour of that gameplay to see if it is actually fixed.
We might.
Prove me wrong, Creative Assembly.
And who knows whether the new patch will have added another layer of jank. But the issue being fixed of AI not being able to take our settlements in multiplayer.
Surely they wouldn't fuck that game for a second time. Right?
Surely not. No.
Surely.
Probably. Possibly. Maybe.
No, they wouldn't be that wild to fuck with their game for a second time. Surely not.
Again, that card was telling you that if you want to go to college now, it's not as fun as it used to be.
Well, I spent 13 years in college, so I think it's good that we got out.
Yes, so you can still do that. Obviously, there's the bank over here that allows you to, get a loan to purchase a house.
I miss Gigi.
I mean...
She's the one that got away. I didn't even go to the call.
No, you weren't allowed to have the choice about whether you're gonna break up with her until, before you had the review to see whether you'd be allowed to go.
But she was clearly just looking for the door anyway. You know what?
No, you
If
were
she was
looking
really
for the
invested in
door.
that relationship, she would have waited
You
to
left
find
the
out.
vote up to a viewer audience. You were looking for an excuse.
They
Okay?
cost me GG.
You cost yourself.
They cost me GG.
You cost yourself. Just like you might cost yourself all other sorts of things and opportunities in your life.
It's okay. I've got fudge.
That's fudged up, man.